Oh yes. TVSYZ today. Me watch mo makwaba. DwaboAse dwumadie ne wo Power FM. Abusia for free sabre kosi no do. Me Kwame Minkah ena.
Enke obrimpo.
Ya base e ba be somo. Osompa ne de bra mo. Na no pa be say ade bia obonefo na hye de atwa ho mfonyi. E de kire wo no me pese wi wadwen free so. Emprem tebia no memma obi ntra baabi emfa susu nkare hu enkasa wo no wo ya de da fikyire wo nsem fata wo bibia nu ebesi wo wabrabo mu eti na me ka asem ya Joel Osteen e kan ye say Joseph ne Jacob asem no wo kan ya ma ne besi se atade soronko na ne papa de ma no ebra ne nua no mo ball pa anase mo ball po eton no e de call eye enkwasomu no wo mo de atade no eno mo de moja ponchi moja egu atade ni mu eno mo de be kire mo papa Jacob ebra Jacob hu atade na koma bubu ye bibia da di pefe based on the evidence and one in some say the bad Joseph the double Joseph wo etina ni wiase nyina aba na wie ye na nani da so nyina aba na wie ye but little did Jacob know say na Joseph asase fufuro bi so anyame dɔne nyame tumi na eta na chi no pa no wakɔ nanim ema wakɔ nanim akɔduru mpɛmpɛnso bi na wɔyɛ mampani abadi akyire na wɔyɛ prime minister wɔka ebam nyame nyansa na ɔde dom no wɔde yi Misrim afiri komu wɔde yi Israel afiri komu. Little did Jacob know because of the evidence na ya presented ya mano evidence by na ya present ya mano evidence and ya present your man and say the bad tadi and ye aponchi moja na afom se twom na che sabo bi achina re ne ko etina Joseph ni Jacob ni wiase nyina ba na wie ye ena minim de obone fo ne de kira wo minim te bia bia ada ne ho adi ewo wabrabo mu a ehunehuna wo a eka wo hye ama no pay wo sori ye wo yam de wo show wo nya akra ka wo nkwa adwuma wo nya akra ka beda wo nya akra ka wo ntu anamon bio wo nya akra ka car no kra wo furu bio wo nya akra motor kra wo furu bio minim but I came here to tell you that ignore the bloodied rope sa atade na ye di moja gum no be say huja no you wani free so therefore wani to de nyame timi ye so de nyame ahyehyɛ wɔ wabrabɔ mu de nyame aka fa ho wɔ wabrabɔ mu ba bia nyame timi di ni pasie me se twasamfonyi no wɔ wutirim twasamfonyi no wɔ wutirim wo de wonim kra wo de bia wɔ ho wadamfo bi wɔ wo nkyɛn ɛna wo kɔ asɔre wote adansedie bi ebro wadwe ne wonti ase so masa adansedie no bɛyɛ gidie mapa wɔ mu wɔ saa boso bi mu sɛ onyankopɔn wɔne mmerɛ pam no ɔbɛma ne nsa so wɔne mmerɛ pam no ɔbɛma yedi aba wɔ wabrabɔ mu wɔne mmerɛ pam no ɔbɛma wo so amoadu mpɛmpɛnso a adansedie bɛsɛ wo mfurumpi ma na nanim onyam bɛda ne ho adi wɔ wabrabɔ mu wunti amanfo benya gidie mapa wɔ wo nyame mu me se wabrabɔ nti amanfo benya gidie mapa wɔ wo nyame mu abrepo kabi soso Kwame kabi soso
ye wo kanwa e wo se yen se ye hu nkuran Kwame wa bibie mu a especially ye de bibi kyerɛn a yenim baabi a de kodie ne kura afi na emom ye de aba ba kyerɛ se ɛho adanse die ni de na wo hwehwɛ no de na wakoma wo mu no de na wo pɛsɛ wo nsatimi ka no se de afiri hɔ ɛkɔ ayira enya de obehu ne bio nanso na bia wonim se saa de kodie ye de aba ba kyerɛ ho no edi ye o baabi Kwame so abapa bi wɔ baabi a dachi bia no ɛde nneɛma pa ɛbɛbrɛ wabrabɔ nti abere bia no ɛyɛ nidasoɔ gidie ɛne nkranhyɛ a yɛbɛnya wɔ yɛnyame mu no ana ɛbɛboa na abrabɔ akonkan
nti nkranhyɛ nsɛm a yɛde ma anɔpɛ yi no wɔdwaboAse wɔ pa 97.9 na yɛgyina wɔ so aka kyerɛ abibiman mufoɔ sɛ ɛberɛ ni nie me se ɛberɛ ni deɛ ɛnie
aso
wotie United States President Donald Trump wɔmo dwi wɔmo ho was America first.
Yes.
Enti de wasa ase tutu anamon sika bia kane no nanka bibi mine amama hodo nya firi omo no wasa ase twitwam wasa ase de bo twitwam wotwam se kenkenken wasa oh sika we ye de kwa we ye say ya daje ye say ye sika mom ye mfa sa sika no nye America mine ye It one or the name might not to kind. It won't Ghana for to Abama, once Burundi for to Abama, once Nigeria for to Abama, once Liberia for to Abama, once Libya for to Abama, once Egypt for to Abama. What are you doing to make your country great and strong? What are you doing to ensure that the light has come? What are you doing? Ebra Kwame Nkrumah Jina simpie so eka se emre didie afei na bibi man ba beda ne wadi e de acha mansa nyina se wodi tumi hye bibi ninsa ono ankasa temi ye nade yo me se breni nie. And when I listen to John Dramani Mahama, the president of the Republic of Ghana, it clearly shows that the light has come. The light has come. Emre didie remember video natural said be be di hu komo kakra was say brani nie say a bibi man ye be di ye ho dwa. Oh, the veil must be lifted. That veil of failure, that veil of backwardness, that veil of me kwana me de me ho me kwana me de me man ye me pen na me yero. That veil must be lifted. And the only way you better lifting is say ye intima mu fo no ye benya hunumu ni adwene bi say ye be shege mpani fo no no masase adwene sa. President Mahama is leading the way. He needs the support of his people. Kwame Nkrumah did not get the support of his people. What you say? It's America for CIA for. And on Becky can say me gugu before be and zoom. And a baby for no so dane no. Action in the side. CN2 and Nkrumah binding. But I don't see that happening in the 21st century. Ghana for mebunu pe adwuma. Ghana for mebunu pe omo manya. Ebejire yia. Se bi omo de ka se mo betimi dia ho awo mo. We want to feel proud of our nation. What did you make no? So now no year memenda no. The President John Dramani Mahama e kan ye bra na bibi man e ye nhemu e wo omamu ha no. Ne kwan so ano no. Se bra na so. And the only way they say you be improve on infrastructure. President Mahama say akwan keteke kwan. Let us improve on infrastructure. Said the buyer ye hunu madwadie no e betima koso ye. Thank you, Bremponya. Yes, in Kwakabika when you call yes. Some now walk the way I made them one shame and I'm and the new ideas in some way, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Kwame walking na ohwe nim se ebe koso Kwame yade ye nhwade ma Africa nyina se yade ampanifo ahodo president omeda African countries ya no a oni omo kabom adwini Africa ho no so omo de akoma pa be so sa na ye be ye de railways tutum na de afia kotogo Burkina akwan Mali na aye simple se me kodi dwa metimi awure makoba nya de oha bi aba Kwame ye beboa na Africa ya fa entuma pa bi efra se fatase ye fa entuma pa efra ya nya ye be ka achi ya nya kombe de ye me se America force ase twitwa omo mu anu so and one anka ni ye hwe ni say ye benya free America ho no o ma start twitwa so no mo nuanom Canada kura no wo mo de to oba ba to mo so yes all because Trump aba no yes ye nya ho say all because John Mahama aba all because you were bibi maimu empanimfo a omo pe African kanko Africa cannot be continued to be called the breadbasket of the world. No, said in Yadia, some fans in Yadia, Prince K. Womre, said there be a castle and the affair before one. Yan ye area singing I can't tell. Area singing I can't tell. It will be Padokuna not in Sabum, Obi Pentos are not in Sabum, Obi Pesicako are not in Sabum, Obi Pekoko are not in Sabum, and before Yamre. No, we are near premises here. If you're an African and you're listening to me, wherever you are in the world, I've activated the phone lines. Don't you think the light has come? When you say Brennan here, John Dramani Mahama Ghana Mampenyi Edi anymore. But a beya Casangwana, and yet you beya actually bit my territory 0208984166. 050000257. Many of them power. Yes. Yashan come on and say, maybe I will be a friend. So long as you are an African and you believe in African superiority, beyond the casa, beyond the sweet words, and some the dead die yebeka ediatum framamu no edie ne yebetima yedia territory.
Yes.
Media my bro said there be a year friend say the bread basket of the world. And developing countries like Ghana. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I want to hear developed countries like Ghana.
Yeah.
I want to hear developed countries like South Africa. I want to hear developed countries like Nigeria. That is the level we should be going for.
Yeah.
That is what we should be aspiring for. And no more sisi ye kwan, and no more be ya kwansidie. Edie ne betima ye free ho. Edie ne betima ye ne ye free ho.
Yes.
Edie na amana ye den ma bibi man si ye beji ye ho atum, si ye betima di ye ho dwa. Se sika ne ye be mena nante bibi man mu ha. Edie na si ye kwan se sa World Bank ne IMF no ye betima tibi wo man mu ha. Ye betima tibi wo bibi man mu ha. Na ye nko broni kokko ho. E mane fo enoma bi entotototo akwan mu enoma bi ensoso yasene. When can we break out of that chain,
yes.
that bondage?
Yes.
020-898-4166. Many BB phone ekasa. 050-000-0257. Ella wanna make sure. First call about now. First call about young quiet. Hello morning, Woody and a baby out free.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. Body and a baby out free. Kwasi and you, Kwasi.
Yo, I mean, Franca said, "I'll say a deal." Not nearly the same to me, a deal man. She no, see a guy that some come down to Congono. Because, or seeing your leader in a to the way they saw Odian Club, so in days in car. Your betterness for Amano. I don't say I have you, but wait for so baby, because Obit may be a man who couldn't cry, no issue. Or baby, dear, could not know so about the sen, them, a father about the year. So see a yearly double to me, a dear man, the way there. You need to a man himself. Be a couple time, and I can obey him, say, with you, I don't need you.
Material canon. But life leader, and Yana, and also the normal bow. I think so. We rather need a national development plan.
Yeah.
Na enono yasha amanyokuri nyina kentine se aheya na obenante afa unko baby a aheya ye pa kwan ye pa suku dan ye pa yaresabia ye pa si esika sem no egina ha ya mamo target in the national development plan.
Yeah.
What did you make no national development plan on ya mamo target when to be a near you afru ho near the aban fofraba anasa amanyoko fofraba. But see, I can't say nipa baako or no. No. I didn't talk on them. Zadia, I want the negatives. Let me call the next caller. Hello, morning. We need a baby free. Hello.
Yeah, your friend James.
James free.
Yeah, Sherman.
All right, James here to you.
Say, DB Fono, Yankan Boom. Person I coming to my end. Yankan Boom. When you are in the Dwabo, a new boy, the John Dramani Mahama dear, Nakupana, you.
Let us say, it is our father, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Akanaswo. But Kaineti said, your mama says, Sadi and the Bayer Juma, and Yakasaka, and Yakasakwa. Let us improve on our infrastructure. Young come on, improve on our infrastructure. Is there an African infrastructure plan? Do you have anything like that? A kwamba soon as I did betimaba. You were ECOWAS, you were African Union. Yes. No, these are questions. Hey, you must rise and start asking questions. You got the next caller. Hello, morning. We didn't have a beer free.
Morning, it is some favorite things.
Papa, yet you.
Kwame Minkah Uboju Mama Ganapa. Na the pay na you work in the way Yakuma fabricated is machine. The person Mama go for now make Ghana jap the the slim or make sure this as Kano or Jamai.
May I say Sikadiano and one so I was said dining wedding. That's leadership. What yeah, good year some but not me say at the 10 year course war on my Ghana by way of your local league, your Premier League. Me say the time atete kwa asɛm bi bibi tantan bi adeɛ bi a wɔ so obi akasa tia makɔ agoprama so mekɔhwɛ me team wabere ɔmo bɔ no ɔmo bɔ no all of a sudden saa team na yɛ ne ɔmo bɔ no na ɔmo nkɔɔfo ahyɛ aseɛ ɛtoto aboɔ na ɔmo tutu nsuo ɛde bɔ yɛ goalkeeper na bufu aba na yɛn nso ehuri esi park so ɛne epipe players eko coach eko referee pata ntɔkwa twɛdeɛ hyɛ ntoma mu na pipe n'akyi ne yɛn kɔhwɛ a pole a wɔn yɛ ayi Kumasi Asante Kotoko supporter wɔn ne awɔ ne sika eku no yi ne time. Don't give me an excuse of enye Ghana nko na saade we si nko amama ahodo so ya do mo de no kra do ehu chen we Ghana na minim de si ye no time Honorable Kofi Adams be wo bia memo ache minim de wo ka fa nea esi ye ho but I think Ella it will be good say wabera ye kwa ni modwuma de yesu no ye be fra Honorable Kofi Adams what you about na adwen wo sa ade ya esi ye korokoni insu atremam wo mo bo no mo boy ye no say wo kasem na esi ye no efri hin ye den na wudi sem say etimi wura wutiri obi a wo kwa akɔhwɛ agudie nso ade ani tie na nam ye se wa kɔ ofie kokoi na goalkeeper no so wa ya dai ade a watch board do Mr. Sound the flimsy excuse Libya meti no watch ball no do. A goalkeeper na edro one in some edro by striker sound was a goalkeeper. No, it's a shame. It is a big shame. Fundy akwaba mache. Agudi amusem na fundy de bre no by media machance dada. Abono nsia pounds medronum emienu 652. In the next 10 minutes, we will deliver sports. But can we begin to every Friday way home?
Oh, Bakwame, you see, hooliganism, ya can't. Still.
We use the word hooliganism at home. Obiti at your because that's ABC with UK. Massa, and you UK, the end, you can't Ghana, Edum Pempezwama May 9th, SCA. Oh. Nipa shiro monkwa
every May 9th BIS has a bon kai
never again
still now we akwa far by dry say nipa ba akwa from ashere name
your friend Pole
ai
Pole ana Pole
baby akotoko be so worry ya kranche
why yente
agesi ya no worry
yes
2024
yes nanu ya nso no so okun ago promotion sa
no so na fans ni be di nechi gidigidi ya no so e fight so the ndra dey na see no so the same thing won say so atreman CEO okon chen say e bia gidigidi na e course no anka manimra into the calling channel as a papa no so as a
nakoma
osro e no pushing na fans no so no e ba ni so
wow
that time na ono so to ni sabo fan bako so no after so to ni sabo fan bako na say in semi crowd perform yes into e ba form the later on no e no mu say
second one na second na ye den
team call stadium
how
it is a security no like you say a stadium ye check e hwe say wo the way na e stadium na so the way na e call e say ban say no be team ni say kan area stadium ho
hey na just say people team ni tuo ko ho
oh no there cause Ghana no if no say security wise Ghana most of the time say ye call stadium say kobobo a those security checks most of the times and cost I know there most of the times and cost I'm tell me school that time na a year but even cry your boss is all intercourse
SHS can no
SHS yeah search a share microphone who say I mean oh cost stadium o bag mu you search one san we stadium for season intercon area and here that way the Premier League and I'm checking team security I'm team check is animal way that be
no mon chance free ho yenko agudi mu nsem.
All right, Ghana, I'm going to 7 about Pano and I don't pay the ever so and so what you made. So when you say I said $7 when they can edit on and I back amounts to 8 with the Ghana Premier League and also 8 me of course some come some crowd I bought Pano I did a bonus so legalism and drop 8 me of course so my Hussein Palmer Nipabako Afemu Asher and Quedon Seminar and so ever mounted sports minister Kofi Adams and so 8 me as Asher ball at the Aquadema Amputee football say the TBR almost Kabia Cambiano. obehwe ni se nyame atom na se vetting committee no okoe na se vetting no okoe the final pay ade se obebo modern na Amputee fo sika nyina wetimi etua ede amomo ene sa enso ehon ede ho nsem no enso onum se ade sam no ne enso matches ni bi etimi ekọ ede ho nsem nyina enso ebe maw enso e show no so bibia kama enso ehon tie hye sem na se na yemfa ma ade a onum se ade se Kumasi Asante Kotoko enuma yeshe sera se edi ama odere se yesha se free Kumasi Asante Kotoko ndra ade se matches no etimi ekọ so nseme bae ene se Kotoko supporter ba ko pa etimi ahwe ne ko esanse ndra ko piemu o insua trade ade se Kumasi Asante Kotoko ene insua trema ene de bode wi ase no na se insua trema achi Kumasi Asante Kotoko abo me ka ba ko a Kotoko entimi ensima daka onum se 56 minutes mo no ene ento kwate ntireche pa esha se ohoroma enye fedi agrokra onum se throwing bi ebaye ana throwing bi referee echi throwing bi ene kofa kasakasa by na Kotoko player see ana by na na chale na enye kra ene se to kwa players mu to kwa esha se gidigidi na team na kopie mu enso fans ni mu se oba Facebook Power 979 na TVXY da obo se ene na ekoso gidigidi enso TV ni so a o hye ne sa no enso ense no ema Ghana Football Association HMC ade omo de sobo abo insuatrema for essence omo chemo matches na omo matches no enya ade a ombetimi abo ewo insuatre park no enana Kramansa Park no nya ade say ombetimi abobo enso honom essence tema ekoso honom na enya krakrakrakra we match day 19 Premier League match day 19 no ana etimi course so ahonsem no enso edeba na Kumasi Asante Kotoko etimi ede aba bonten enso echemo se ade se supporter ba ko pa dodo na friend pole onu ade since brand no etimi ahwe ne kana sema ba ene se ade se ka pole ekọ sanko ne instructrema club owner no ekọ akodi nkomo kama president ekodi nkomo se ne be ya bibia ebetimi akọ ba ko no na se bufu eba mu nti no ene ekọ ba na se fans no papa no etimi pia no no so to ne sa no ball fans for no ba ko ene fan the back no etimi ekọ so nti ade se ye ni be ho so no na se ade se brand pole no ade so bi etimi ade se kan awo na is brand moja ene nyunu abrante tata ye Russian no se de ne ekọ hospital ball scrap na ke osanke de tumu no o man timi afana to de ko to abobo ya mu ana so pragame no hwe san kom de ne ekọ enso se enoma fofia to ata ana abrante no etimi ehwe ko etisa Kotoko for etimi e statement about ntema confirm say ade sampa o supporter ba ko ma supporter ba ko ne din e de pole else abrante no etimi ahwe ne nkwa enso na mom eyewitness ana so obi a adansini na wo ho no mpa hu ne etuemu nyina ne ekọ eba nyina ekọ twiba ko brama nyina abrante no etimi ho no so e de mu chechemu enti e ba enti ekọ ne ekọ tie nsema abrante no etimi ditu eyewitness ba ko de tuja echemu enoma ekọ fa sa ntokwa no nyina esibaye ne tie nsema abrante no etimi ditu ja.
This one, what I'm about to say, just occurred. And no, they see and they say, I think there was some talk within the players, among the players. Supporters there were changing. We thought players and pitchers and packers, so we left it to them. So they were sorting things out. So Onano, instruction for Onano, he from VIP. I was there with him at the VIP. Former MP, I think he scored back for or something. Yeah. So me, I was sitting directly under him. VIP, you're not a strong amiticum. Nemimpe, and a Christiapia, at the right hand side. And to only see from course or coming left down or parking so. Into a point, and I think things were coming down. And a referee separated things, so things were coming back to normal speeds. And I started game so. And he made a call, or Jina parking so. And no signal to Siapia or top or VIP or signal to Christiapia in Embra down. I don't know what, I think he was calling him to come also talk to someone and so it's all friend. I'm not going to compare you on more negotiate to say the way the situation is here. Omoma Kusia appear and free preparing there and Sania say one man in court. So he got upset. Our parking so we just parking to say free Kusia and our one man got upset. I know or use Oma signal be at one is after the other spectators so Omoma that side like Omugusunya the Ecosono. We say between Ecosono. No, Sam or move him setting. Omugusunya, we signal mono. So who say you bring you cry? I'm a sad in India. Go ahead in the to trust away. And almost say, and
enti ano eyewitness adansini ano ho hu ne ekoso nyina enso howe no ana sanso editu ya no chechemu eche se o se ekwa efa so ema pole emra ne timi call so a ema ye wo police kan no ono so edemu chechemu sa ma yen.
It's this one, what I'm about to say just occurred and see no footsteps in Abasrono and a year approaching pole no. But I support me, I didn't know you was called pole. A chain and who's a friend pole. But I don't know approaching, but who I said, oh, time honorable, accountable, and who are there on out of frustration before opinion pole call. So opinion quality, and a boy now is what a fans in the air pole. So it's all kind of two different in the one. I think, or Unisa Bobby. Support about self-defense, no. To avoid no couldn't echo VIP because you are side of. And so, of course, when the boys here now to compare for the Patapata or heading a call from. And so, from that time in the year, everything seems normal. So, one, I mean, the other situation is here. And I told my boss, I mean, boss, it's all you see. So, we didn't know what's really happening over there. Until you now, I see one, rushing. Obi the name call a ambulance. First, you know, I'm moving kind of net at your first. You see a begging who said that same guy in Pole guy now. And I boss say, and you Pole and I'm so, I want to say, the last word, I said, I'm a kind of you. The last word, only the last word. How kind of say, oh, ambulance Christy, I'm a call.
Enti ano ensema ano etimi ekoso e won sa trendra match day 19 mu ehun ensese na sisi ano otimi se kotokofo etimi e statement bi etimi ababonte esi ade omo chema ade so omo de measures bi etimi atudwa bakun o hwem o chema say boycott of the league no omo chema esi ade se league no enya ade so omo bebo bi Koto force league omo mobi to omo timi mo league ba ne se omo ba na ye bo nkrofo ne ye ku nkrofo ne ade enso ono to omo chirema enya ade so omo timi abo league di biem enso ho no omo chirema omo se nipa enam ne so ran se nipa owo omo fan no sekan no ade so omo hwe na omo timi prosecute no enso ho no ade ho nsem no omo chirema eno so fan base no so ade so omo boycott omo fans ne ade omo fans ko stadium bia biem enso ho no ma and also at the air course about Kumasa. Notice the statement Kotoko etimi edi aba bontia yede ho nsem ba ntisa Kotoko chairman ya de say league no o me chance o me koso anaso beto aso abogi league no ebiem
yeda so original Ghana Premier League akacha wonim say ndra na course no de enye kra CBC e wo Ghana Premier League ni say supporter e ko hwe ball na sa same way ebesi de na enye nanso no yen hwe ne etumi course ni resource etumi course over the weekend media ma Sporting Club etina fie echi Legon Cities ebo mo ka ba kwa o mentumi anti sanso ene Duana Stars enso etumi echi Beche United ebo mo ka ba ko o mentumi anti Dreams FC ebo Holy Stars e ka mienu ama Holy Stars etumi etimu bako sanso na Kerala United enso etina fie echi Brekum Chelsea ebo mo ka mienu a omutumi etimu bako Vision FC enso echi Accra Lions ebo mo ka ba kwa omonso no omentumi anti sanso ena bibia ni Gold Stars enso ene Summer Test 96 ebo goalless draw Inso Achoman echi Asante Kotoko ebo meka bakwa omentumi anti sanso and Nations FC enso etina fie my Young Apostles ebo meka mienu omutumi etimu bako sanso ena Accra Heart of Folk enso echi Kpando Hearts of Lions ewo Legon Stadium ebo meka bakwa omentumi anti sia no yeko Ghana Premier League table nso ase na sitie bibia ni Gold Stars ono ene we ready kan after match day 19 you know or 34 points sanso ena Kumasi Asante Kotoko ono nso eda so mienu a ono nso 34 points Kpando Hearts of Lions 33 points ono eda third position sanso ena Accra Hearts of Folk enso eda fourth position a ono nso 33 points Nations FC enso eda so enuma ano nso no 32 points sanso ena Bechem United onso 30 points a oda so insia yeko ase ho no nso dia 16 position no Kerala United are no 17 position. Sanso and our 17 position no and also Legon Cities our 17 points. Accra Lions 18 points no and worry our Ghana Premier League table no so on 16 points. Way and ensema a course Ghana Premier League. Now him say match back a course so now we dimpa Media Masqua Club match omutumi boy over the weekend after the game no head coach Ibrahim Tanko or the ensem etuja yenti ensema Ibrahim Tanko or the tuja after the game.
I just say I 3 points, but at least you have 3 points to push us forward to the next games. And you know, if you say Nkolani abo homodi, Omo fight very hard. First half, because of my first game or the instructions, but second half, if you say they did very well, and then at the end, if you say we deserve to get the 3 points.
Way and say my Ibrahim Tankori to ja after say we win game over the weekend.
And Kotoko for a situation say and almost can almost say until say FA no Ghana Football Association for any number 2 in place and ya say leg no on beto aso abo leg ni bi until say si anoma omode hyehyɛ atoto hɔ ama bibia akonkan ade amo na afi nipa ɔyɛ no ho sɛ ama nipa ɔwɔ ɛyɛ mo fan no sɛ kan no ade so ɔmbɛkye ɔmo na ɔma prosecute ɔmo nyɛ saade a leg no nya ade a ɔmbɛto aso enso edi abo ti yɛmfiri ɔno na yɛn concept fufuro na yɛkɔ piem ɛwɔ sports minister designate ɛpa ne din ɛde Kofi Adams ɔno ɛde sɛ kakra ɛde atoja ɛde afa ɛyɛ Australia 2018 Australia ɛyɛ visa scandal etimi ɛkɔ so ɛsɛ sanko fufuro ɔman Ghana ɛkɔ piem Australia ɛsɛ ɔmo ɛnyɛ athletes anaso ɔmo nyɛ nsɛntwerɛfo a yɛde ɔmo kɔ piem ɔmo nsɛnsɛ bebree etimi piem bɛyɛ no ɔyɛ honorable Kofi Adams ɛde sɛ kakra atoja afa ho
absconding. So what it means is that you must put system in place such that only athletes attend and not people who are selected as athletes. Because some people just sit there and when they hear that there's some tournament somewhere or some meeting somewhere sports related, then they create a letterhead and say we are this group, we are going. Then they come without any indication of any training or competition and nationally to show. So before you bring in a letter for introductory note for a visa, you must have proven that if it is table tennis, there have been a certain consistent competition of these persons you are even bringing that have taken part with evidence to show before the ministry or the NSA will get involved. That will reduce persons absconding and it will give integrity to once again our country and esports. As for the Australian visa scandal, it's a matter we'll go into, investigate, because the complaints and the accusation was that
Entiano and some honorable etimile to ja F Australian visa scandal across 2018 and so and 7 or 2 so as also Elka say a year or say Amputee Funding I just want to make a trophy different for the last 3 years in the Omo and I did trophy at the moment my Ghana or say I didn't see a Diomoka I mean bonuses are now sank to more money I didn't I say no I did so mine would the service nipa no we did them did that now sound so a born homoding at the more minor age or mine name no more minor just trophies at the more minor na say ni sika kakra so the man one farmer na or send the mind the yes ana ni tin more tin papa na mo nyame atom na be bia koye na ve obeye sports minister na kasa dia o show mo boss ade say sika no kwan bia also be for be say sika no no dey amon omo.
That is bad. To have these persons are already physically challenged, for them to go through what they went through to qualify and to go and participate and to have done what they did and we still owe them and have not paid them is quite unfortunate. If you look and you read and you listen to how we wasted money during the All-African Games, which 2023, which was played in 2024, and you still think that we owe amputees, it tells you that the state has been wicked, the state has acted awfully bad against these persons. We will look into it, we will look for the money and to make sure that we settle some of these situations. Because for sports, it's not like any other field where you think that, okay, this contractor, we owe him, we can't pay him, so we shutting him off and getting another one we don't owe to come and do the job. For sports, if it is this particular person that is doing that sports, performing that sport, whether you like it or not, it is that same person that must be available for you. If it's your 100 meter.
The and some sports minister designate ever panding and the honorable Kofi Adams at the Tuja.
Young Division 1 League and to me course over the weekend and results to me course no Sene City and Northern City. Omutumi any Yapa United able goalless draw Sanso and a real tamale and sweating fear Emma was or Nanti a bomb a cabacco meant to me anti Victory Club Warriors and sweat to me a share Tamale City a cabacco meant to me and Sanso and a Wapa Soccer Club and so it to me a chair while a Wale Catholic Stars a bomb a canea Omutumi a team menu ya call a zone 1B Nimunsudia Techiman Liberty Youth Echi a Mighty Royals a Omo bomb a Camionoa meant to me anti Sanso and a Bofa Quatano and so any AKA WAC Soccer Academy on board a 2-2 draw. The Chiman Heroes Etnafie, Emma DB United, Bomeka Bakwa, Omen Tumiate, and De Doma United, and it Techiman 11 Wonders, a bet to me a boycott a zone 2 Munsudia, secondly Ross Park FC, a chicken Pfizer, a Bomeka and someone to me anti Bisanso, and a second United Etnafie Soccer Intellectuals, a Bomeka Bakwa went to me anti Bekwa Heroes, and to me at UCC Youngsters. Ebomeka Menoa, Omen to me anti Sanso and a Future Stars, and Elmina Sharks, Ebo 1-1 draw, Mysterious Dwarfs, and so Echi new DwaboAse, Ebomeka Menoa Mutumi Etimu Bako Sanso, and a Sefi All Stars, Echi Secondly 11 Wise, Ebomeka Nea, Omen to me anti Biscay FC, Echi is Makotoko, Ebomeka Bakwa, Omen to me anti Sanso and a Swedu All Blacks, and so Echi Park Academy, Ebomeka Menoa, Omen to me anti Atrom Divisa. Etina fie ama Akachi All Stars Ebomeka Menomu to me etimu Bako Sanso and a Rain Masters and Okwo United Ebo goalless draw Home Stars and so etina fie ama Positive Ebomeka Bako men to me at game no and to me anko me sunset and so a toy and draw no na enya agro Sanso and a Kings Palace and so echi Interlice Ebomo Ekabako men to me ante Oho United Echi Accra Great Olympics Ebomeka Bako Omen to me at Sanso and a Kotoku Royals and so Echi Semperfi Ebomo Ekabako men to me at and na God FC and a true democracy ebe to me abo or Akutex Park way match way a basso a 3 p.m. na some match no ebe to me abaso na make am say Endra Manchester United etina fie Emma anko ye amfa mo na person o carry results dey fine
e to da nsuo to e to da awia bom e tu kura nya hwe
two say
we
two say
enya hwe
tu
akukoti
tu akukoti etro ya de agude mo service ya da Kwame Minkah to DwaboAse so e di amaye producer and Roger Emmanuel the sportsman na ya ide ensem no enso Ebremo Dino Ebo Taylor Minimia
the prince himself F to the A and UI Fundy.
We are feeling brother. There's a sports presenter where guy say who be that? Watch a rapper. F to the A and DY.
Me single crab.
I single.
Face here.
I meant to say Joseph Prince with any oh no you say you makwane bono. Say you me.
Me da say Ebo Taylor na Fenso Fundy Emrante pa. Omudi agudi amon sama brand na no pe we DwaboAse wo power 97.9 Kwame Minkah and Kelbrin Ofia. Kai say over the weekend I'm here bibi or Facebook na I'm making messages kakra ncho. Bibi say MPP omo Ghana mrasho bedwafie no. Are they engaged in their borofo friend no political grandstanding? Say omo fa mrasho bedwafie omo dwumadi ahodo so say the be ya ye de akado fita Ebeka President Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo ene ba omia ho enam engugu omudi ye 2024 about 20 ene nti no mo yesa na mumu bebre de madwenche by Haruna Isa say a second boss their actions are like if you miss the ball don't miss the man. They can destroy because the heavy defeats during the elections is still incomprehensible to them. Honorable Tahir Osman, you say, I think the speaker should ban the MPP MPs from eating hot pepper. They are always becoming angry. Akamako Alfred and Kelvin Pond, your kind, you will say, yes, in fact, no matter what the MPP, or say, no matter what, MPP will find a way of creating confusion. And Akwakuba also the message back because they are really pained with the loss they suffered in the 2024 elections. As it stands now, they know, all that they know is that after vetting, there is no way they can have control in Parliament. So this is the time to make their voice heard. And into the Moya Sano. Now say Ajimai, they will say, how did Avenue Marking finance the multi-million-dollar mega project of 99 years lease? When you be on a kind, on one a kind, Obia Musana assassin wants them on one a cover by it. And on the battle, now 1 million. It's your belly as a grandma. It is about 50 years. Now you're done, I need to acquire 99 years. I'm out for bizarre. At the see what my subject fear no matter what so. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama latest Global Info Analytics Survey. Actually, say Ghana forward GDM mappa. Ewo ni muno. Ye the baba too many brands and a quick one. Yeah, now what you wait, and it's that way. Ubetime we need sika kase pa. Obrebon. Sika mu odu. Yes. Sika pepe nisio. Sika you free ohia. Sika solve problems. As simple. And also what dial star 426 star 5 hash. Star 426 star 5 hash. And your mega lucky box. Mega lucky box. Mega cash. Sika kase pa. Sika pole. Sika dosopo. So what fear? And I say be a traffic moon now di power. And I say be the wood radio now to Power FM. And I say be a office. What share with TVSYZ. And now what fear now share with TVSYZ. Well, lucky moment today. It is time to win big with the mega cash lucky box. And once what dial star 426 star 5 hash. Box a hold over go. Everyone kwasi dia wo. Me say box be a best select be a sikashem. Box be a best select be a sikashem emu de. I said terms and conditions apply strictly for 18 years and above, and it's approved by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Very well. Kwame, ye bo nsasepa ho adanse e de akire etiefo ne ahwefo nyina enano pay. Kwame obi kutesika pa twitwidie awo pass asede ato na nko wasi ni fie, wasi ni hospital, wasi ni school, anase wasi na sorry, ana estate developers a mo pensase yantama da ho. No land title de that so njenye man so sem bia no me ba che obi amfa ne phone and now amfa ne pen ne paper ye ba be wo numbers e de a kire wo mo de o mani ba be kire amrahia e ye nkran pumpuni mantam ya adenta madin adenta chi ye ya ana amrahia nsase wo Kwame okwa asase yantama e da ho a mansu bia eni hom na fe watimi ape bi ato na de opesa wodi ye bia watimi abomode na watimi de aye no ohini nankasa o wa mrehia aye ni ashon kwadwo the third ni ashon kwadwo the third ano se ade on pesa odi be fo obi aso na akoye se we akoton wa ma me documents anya ni nti no wo ba bedu amrehia wono ankasa na wo be hia no na fe asase bi a wo pe no mode wakwa akokire na fe o matimi atwa no mode ama na watimi de ujumadi bi a wo pe nti kwa mbomode na frɛ numbers yi so wo breko a wo pe asase na wo dey see ufie wo dey see hospital wo dey see factory wo dey see asori wo dey see estate real estate developers no wo dey see adanya wo betimi aton na aye nti number kwa me wetimi afre so 0503 yes 592 413 0503 592 413 and I say 0502 942 744 0502 942 744 now die so say ubesi ufie no betimi abem if say 2025 here I'm here say yen nyina ebesi efie
ye obi new year any sadi huna bam yen nyina be ye fie wura be say friend number this is here obaba be ya asase wura wate abusu ye dan ho aba na me say asembireba oriaba ujinabia wo and any question you be say ejadem me say ujinabia na wo he ujinabia na wo yi ye ba be bia asem ya
ye be dan na die na no pay no
emu ohun sai
mu behu ba bia Ghana anka ekro
sikadie nie
se nyanyankopon adawro ma anka Ghana ba bia ewura
aka ye de fa
fo ba be hunu anofa we obi antena se no muntie no mo hwe
okay
ne ye dane ye ho aba
ene e simple ye be se ye
yenkoti adanse
ADXYZ ankasa wo TV no so tweba fidie no ye nkomodi mame do you know because anyum enkomo na ye ba be die na mu drop papa look wa e was all famu aba ne
ko
fize tumi wo hoyi
yes
dane wo ye kabi mame kabi amamu nhihye mu no emfie nan bia no Ghana fo na tumi ni furo mu ho ba ye podwe hye mo nsa no emfie nan bia ye kwoto santene ne ye to santene a ye che ya adwen
yes
it is a tumi ehye wo nsa anase tumi abedi wo nsa na wa ma wani anko nia wo be ya wo de bebo tumi no ho ban sare be ya nkodi baabi foforo na wa ma wani anko wa ania wa wo yegyere
yes
he said nani obrempon
Kwame
me kan no ma mienu die di kan
yes
Bank of Ghana governor Bank of Ghana governor Dr. Ernest Addison the nam ne nsa no adwumanti Bank of Ghana fibia no oboka the nam ne nsa no adwumanti na nuoma bia na ani so ye sika no atwitwa guma na ani so ye a woyeye sika na ani se wode ye nuoma bia woyeye nam so nti ekatwitwiri die beda o man Ghana so no wo mu firi aban mu MPP no one ne boss no mu firi aban mu no
yes
na wonam no okika se se me da so ye Bank of Ghana governor sa banks na emere so na ye ka se ye twa sika bi to a o man inventory a egugu ye no me emere so se obi ka se ye fa license mo a me fa mo ne emfa mo china hwede asie ena ye ka se Dr. Ernest Addison owai was wo bibi a friend terminal leave wo ko leave don so o man ni to be na as president ne nsa
yes
one na to be appointed essence bibi adai disappointed it was disappointed wa bra wo ko leave and a krata no and that screen so no we ba mu ni brofo kan no ngengan me de me kan twia ma obi ate was wo ko terminal leave no ko no and his excellency John Dramani Mahama mampanyi foforo waba afa so no why dey why you obi foforo it krata and say Bank of Ghana governor takes terminal leave 31st January 2025 Accra. The public is hereby informed that from February 3rd 2025 the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, will start his terminal leave ahead of his retirement from the Bank of Ghana. Dr. Addison, appointed on April 3, 2017 and reappointed for a second term on March 29, 2021. In line with the Bank of Ghana Act 2002, Act 612, as amended, his tenure as governor of the Bank of Ghana will end on March 28, 2025, after he successfully served the 2 full terms. The 2 full terms was every and I can't be about Gym. Now, what Gym no so or Quenya say, or terminal leave.
Yes.
Terminal leave. If the terminal leave no more walk on. And as I say, Yata say, Yatu Dia would what Yatu from Memu and Krata and so AD dance here. Say, Ora, Dr. Johnson Esiama. One on President John Dramani Mahama. A pound. A man so. Say, one by year governor of the Bank of Ghana. Etikasa Ora Addison kan ye and I me a governor. Me dasu ye governor. Me fa license no.
Apostle.
Emma banks ye gugu ye. On say na oko.
Apostle.
Me say nanu me share MPP ni bia na owo dibre kase bi pa wo my Ghana. Me say dibre kase pa.
Yes.
Sa dibre no na su bi ma da. MPP for ba mu 2017 and ye create sa dibre no e de ma no. Amafo kan wasema kan obi antie. What the said the brano for 8 good for 2 times for 8 good years. And what this said the brano. And now to me a free ninsa. Now no Mishan or baby. Abatabi ase. Bema ye hata.
Why emre?
Ocean Neniama.
Yes.
I pepe.
Yes.
Sabi as you would talk.
Yes, Kwame.
Neniama yina.
Ebe done.
Adani.
Yes.
Sana to me tie.
Sana tie Kwame.
Tie na mo ya de to me asamonsa. Sama nkura amo ho ban.
Yes.
And a kwanya mo betima kura abo ho ban ene say mo ba yo my Ghana apede. Ya pede ni bi ne say wo mo di sika. O mo ma say ye sika. O mo shi ye sika.
Yes.
Mo hwe na mra ne ni o mu ni.
Sana tie.
ɛnyɛ sɛ mo dan nsɛm na di ɛde akyerɛ kɛkɛ
na ye hunu
hwee te sɛ deɛ ye hunu in the case of Minerals Investment Fund ɛdeɛ na ɛkɔ so
Kwame Minerals Income Investment Fund Kwame nsɛm a ɛkɔ so wɔ no ɛne enya yie paa me na ka say Fidelity Bank SCZ $25 million
sisu bio
Fidelity Bank SCZ $25 million
season ni twi yɛ deɛ yi
wɔmagye abɔso
yɛmfa ma wo 25 million
sɛ kɔ ɛyɛ Mineral Income Investment Fund hɔ Fidelity Bank for agye na Kwame deɛ tie ɔmagye abɔso deɛ tie deɛ nti ama ɔmagye ne nie Kwame Mineral Income Investment Fund ɛyɛ dwumakuo a His Excellency the former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ɛne ne nua Ken Ofori-Atta MPP amanyɔkuo wɔn ba wɔn te sɛ wɔn de yɛ na nka timi abɔ ɔman yi yɛ minerals ho mekyerɛ yɛ gudie no na afei wɔn de ayɛ investment a ebetimi de sika etimi returns etimi aba ɔman no
okay
eti de wɔn yɛ ne sɛ wɔn ate adeɛ wɔ edi a ɛne gold ɛwɔ mu no wɔn bɛpɛ private entities na wɔn de gold no ɛloni wɔn na wɔn de ama wɔn nti wɔn gye a na wɔn akɔtɔn na afei wɔn de sika no aba abrɛ ɛyɛ aban no na nka yɛ timi anya bi na mpuntunyuma ɛbɛkɔ so wɔ yɛ akwan yɛ school adan yɛ nneɛma yɛ hia no ɔman no anya no na nka ne nsa timi
aka kwame adwe yɛ dɛ akyire no
adwe no na ɛtɛ yɛ akyire no
aka wodi aka adwe mpo
yes ɛma wɔn gyina Parliament Act ɛyɛ 978 so
okay
ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu ha na wɔn gye tum in the year 2018
nenso
Kwame deɛ asi nie ɛyɛ Gold Rage Limited a wɔn nso na wɔn yɛ gold ho adwuma na ne wura no ɛyɛ Dr. Sledge Diodu Udu East Legon a very popular paa
Dr. Sledge Diodu
yes obi a friend Sledge na wɔn mo ɛne no di sadwuma yi bi a yɛ wɔn man gold ni bi a na wakɔ akɔtɔn na ɔba ɔbɛn nso ɔbɛbɛtua sika no ɛne wakɔtɔn no dollars mu a dollar na ɔde aba bɛtum ɛwɔ Fidelity account ɛyɛ May fufuo yi ɛyɛ Mineral Income Investment Fund for ɔmɛ create ɛwɔ Fidelity Bank na wei na ɛyɛ Dr. Sledge and Gold Rich Limited for wɔn akɔtɔn gold ni bi ɛde sika na aba bɛtum wɔ nanso yɛsi ɛka bi abɛm May fufuo no deal na ɔmo yɛ no Kwame ɛka bi abɛm enti ama sisi asa $25 million no Gold Ridge for ya kwa ase mas Fidelity for mfa sika no ɛmfa ma Ghana ban wow May fufuo ma ɔmo fɛ ma a bɛyɛ ka bɛdo wɔ meanwhile Kwame sa Gold Ridge for ya no wɔn medika yɛ deal bi ɛno nso $94 million
$94 million
yes ɛno nso wɔn de nneɛma ne maa no ɔkɔbae no ɔse nneɛma bi ankɔ yie ne tɔn ne nneɛma bi eti $94 million ɛwɔ hɔ ana $25 million aba bɛka ho eti sisi a Gold Rate Limited ɛde ɛyɛ Mineral Income Investment Fund for ɛka $190 million.
Aun ye dia Sam George ka say
yes
ko ka so ebre ba mu say wo mo scandals ahodo a aba nam so nti a wo ka say President Akufo-Addo atam oman no abaso no anko o ka so wo ka ebeteki 4.5 hours
yes
ebi nie awa asema ye cheche mu yi it is a question saying
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama oba ya pe sa company na number one target
okay
eti na CEO no down on that Edward na ne Cranton
that's right
ono no ho na His Excellency say baby a wa ye adwuma na du no ko na fe memfa Juliana Nelson memfa ne mra no me fa no meto no na yenhwe ebi se wo kɔ so tena hɔ a adwuma a wayɛ free 2018 ɛbɛpɛ me na yentimi nya kwan hwehwem eti kwa me gyina nurse kɔ office no okɔbie fast wɔ hɔ no ansa no obehunu sɛ sika yi nyinaa MIF ɛyɛ Mineral Income Investment Fund for ɔma bɔ ɔman Ghana Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ɛne Ken Ofori-Atta and a bomb modern this idea we call Parliament no 2018 no mo company kwame enti ɔman ni sika ayira ɔman ni sika ye hunu na ɔman na bɔka na sɛ ɛka me ne ɔman Ghana ni nyina no company si MIF yi nyina aka ho a sɛ sika we nyina kwame $119 million wow sɛ ye de aba MIF ana sɛne mpuntunyuma anka yahyehyɛ sɛ royalties be free sa gold sales no aba no anka yɛde bɛyɛ no a kwame $119 million den de betimi ayama ɔman Ghana
ɛnɔma hodo
what de make a choice eniema bebre anka betimi hwɛ yakwan ya enam so ɔman Ghana ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ nhyehyɛ ya na anka adwen pomu a Nana Danko Akufo-Addo any MPP amanyo ko ni Kenny Ofori-Atta e de beto won say nka sa royalties good na wo mo de kɔ no mo de akoma loan ne e di sika ba no ko mo de be ye no se sika wo anka de be ye no se sika ni na Kwame ase
okay
ah ye ni be bi sika na fa
it is not the president Mahama ye no and look it's not about say ye die normal way di keke na fe ye jan ta ko
baby Kwame
nienti a o ma ya appoint o mo foforo no wo mo kwa o mo den dan normal di
yes
simple sanka abandada no na da so wo ho a
yes
anka nsem we mo nte
dabi emma bonti
aki ye ka kura mpo aka bia obi abetia ye naso na nka ye ensentwefo ye dan na dia anka mo baba be kasa te se de ye ka no enya no
kre
ena nyame ncha de book no lie
dabi
enkrata mu ne yakobie mu
da hopefe
ye de ba tu ya say
we nyina about the Herald newspaper across so I report yes Kwame
so these are some of the developments now ade bi nso AC was ye ma ye ni kon enam so nti Global Info Analytics in the latest survey we ye Ghana for bebre ewo gidie mapa ewo Joma ama ban mu anase abanfoforo ya bai ene se BBC a eni manim ya bo se asotwe aye dai akoso hwemra so bedwafie de na no esi ye entokwa ko ekoso atwedebo ekoso se de na amanfo AC kasetia nia ekoso no nia na amanfo che it honorable MPs fa ena mu ye say and people were expecting say leadership ebedan peniyo anase penindi adi nyame ncha the Speaker of Parliament waye amanfo twe ho da already nanso ne papa bu no watwe wa ma so twe ayi
waye Kwame
ye ka say honorable Roxanne Dafia Mekpo honorable Sam George so a victim but ye ka say yes won ko terafie emeritiawa ora Frank Anodompre MPP mo ono so yes won ko terafie Alhassan Tampoli make us a nakamu yi video no. Oh my goodness. Alhassan Tampoli, Ora Jerry Ahmed Shwaib. Omunyina Yakachom say, Womugotan. All because of chaos let's see here. Our Ghana Mashabegafie.
Yes.
So make Kadia Sisu Dia say in this dispensation, you know, Yanya yes,
Kwame.
You understand? A woman so honorable say Mensa Bonsu. Any omo maka up and your marking. Kojo upon kromamo wo mu gina torchlight bisa speaker no to me a wo gina so a wo de tu sa na mo
yes
wo mu so mo yes but the optics ni amanfo de o mani hunu ni amanfo de o maso ate based on sa development ya esi ye wo mrase bedwafie no ama amanfo nya hotoso se penindia bi e wo mamu
yes
because won't be mfa Ghana for adwe ni agoro won't be nya bibi say emfa hu ni sa and I know not speaker no gina so but speaker what that is that the way di e wa mra so bedwafie no yen kan ho wo gina mamra so e gina nhye ya e wo mra so bedwafie so e na de sa anamontuo ye dai e bai yentie no ye ya so na yentie no na fei nia oseche mensa bonsumo ka ene nia kodwo pon kroma mo ka no mo de mo ankasa mo fa ntoto ho yen hwe ba bia no kore ne da tie no
following emergency measures are to be taken with dispatch. 1. The circumstances of the absence of a Privileges and Immunity Committee. In that circumstance, a 7-member special committee shall be constituted under Orders 5 and 24 to conduct a full-scale investigation. The committee shall identify all members involved in the disorder and submit its report with findings and recommendations within 10 days from today. Any member found culpable shall face the appropriate disciplinary actions as prescribed by the Constitution 1992, the Parliament Act of 1965, and the Standing Orders of Parliament. This does not absolve the chairman of the Appointments Committee from performing his duty under Order 268, Rule 3. Pursuant of Section 10 of the Parliamentary Service Act 1993, Act 460, I direct the Clerk to Parliament to cause to be undertaken a full assessment of all damage caused within the committee room and parliamentary presence as a result of the misconduct of the members. Not a single peso of public funds shall be used to repair or replace any damaged property.
So leadership, leadership. It was say, oh my God, ni nisika mpeswa baako kura ni wa. Yede beko akoye say, ye kwa akoto enwoma na womo say no. No. Ye sika no mpeswa baako say enkoda. Etu abobodi access say womo no womo kwatena nkyɛn. Na no doesn't mean say chairman no ye yina free. And worker say nyina no wo gina almost standing orders. Ene ye mamra no.
Yes.
Eswo ena wode we ye dey etuga. Eti debate ni dia monko so honorable say chairman sabozu candidate apanyo marking candidate kodwo opon kroma candidate wo mo kan gidigidi omo kan abotra so omo kasa no kra no ase eye bu speaker no animtia no eso na omo de na di. But the pointer obi antimi nji nwachnie ene the speaker na ye no. And a lot of people are hailing it. Had the 10 time we course war. Yeah. You be free. And you see, it was the duty of the speaker. Yes. Sorry, the first deputy speaker were chairman of the committee. Now, na should ye na said ye so be shese obesi sadie way and ho kwan. Now na said ye. And in the coming days, ye be hu no man hodo. Yeah. And no man hodo obesi. President Mahama na munim no in 2012. 2013, 2014, 2015, 16. And you know, you need to sabre yo.
Gabi, Kwame. And no microphone huni ya.
Me say nya ono and you need to sabre.
And no microphone huni ya no.
He appointment here cause we am for that. Wo mu ntimi na. Fi so mu nim de wa drum ma.
Yes.
Ma for that wo mu ntimi na.
Kwame.
You are unable to tell why he ever appointed no.
Yes.
Why he appointed no.
Yes.
You're unable to tell.
Kwame. Because
so this is a different leadership.
Yes. Because there be a wa ba be bu o man ni pen. And wakwa tinechiri Kwame emfie nwotwe wahwe every sector under the leadership of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo for 8 years. Omo anaye we omo de omo ye adwuma 2012 ebepim 2016 and wahwehwe mu anafe wohunu young people no so a this time around wohu sa gidie no mu so omo betimi aye adwuma Kwame
your penifo bi ofia omo beba be dis ankomo no. But you see me come na kosi say sa penindie na ye hunu na nsen no.
Yes.
Eno na ama joma ama approval ratings no akosoro no. Ye ka say global info analytics o my omo latest survey obetimi e dey two screen so na ye hwe say dey approval ratings no esiako where your performance of the ranking and minority leader honorable Alexander Apenyo Markin ye ba joma ama dey no so later but Apenyo Markin the performance said ye na ho fama said ye ni dwuma yo esitie wo Ghana for hunu no say 44% I say they are not satisfied at all. Not just said, and yes, we are not satisfied. Not satisfied at all. And I feel so 20% as woman satisfied. Yes. And 17% say, well, you're somehow satisfied. 11% omu di obesi nkete say, you omu fili. And omu ye extremely satisfied. Yes, Gina Netu. And more fire 8%. Yes, 8%. So out of the sample size now, a year global info analytics for any within common 44% say the Apenyo Markin no omo pekura. So meaning say Ghana for do na and pay the Apenyo Markin no. But now watch your chance mu ne kasa bebrebe no minya yanka party for no enka nje say wonya kasa tenten no na kasa tenten eyi nsem pie. Ano ne okuje to ablakwa hamso no. Yes. Omo hamso ama ne kodum pempenso a asase a aban sase a yes ne ton ne tono asem wo ho. Yes. Ogodan na di se wanya bi. Na nya wanya bi no ono no ye lease man no over 99 years. But when she shame no ye be lease bibi sagra e say 50 years. 50 years. Also akwa yi no apue. also were you one.
Yes.
So a number of people on social media request say ora for no were juma bidi wa apanyo mark in sase and in the Japade one. Sa 99 years as I'm not kind of omu komu pa. Woman yaday omu komu pa. And yet Casatin and yet yes. Woman cost 99 years in Mupa. Said and a bimudia 50 years. Yes. Now one quarter 99 years. How? I'm a for bizarre. 99 years.
If I a ban saying
at the end of found yes. At the end of
yes.
At the end of what was
the Kita war. Emma would the moon snow and read that one. 50 years. Nobody could do 99 years. 80 years. To me, kuta apen your marking the position ni influence the kodia etimiama 99 years ya de assassin diamond lease.
Yakwa anyway, Yanko John Mahama so betrow approval rating, Mugura Homa, Yanko 10 Azana Mama, my beggar for number. So President Mahama's job approval. President Mahama's job approval. National versus Ashanti region. Okay, so President Mahama job approval no, at the national level. No. 84%.
Excellent.
Ghana for 84%.
Yes.
Ajatum.
Yes.
Oko asante memwa. Nipa wahanchiche mwe diosia miensa 63%. And that's omo jidie mapa. Ewa John Mahama edwuma mu.
Yes.
And omo say no, the John Mahama ya no yemfili. Ya approve. 9% at the national level. And then 20% at the Ashanti region. That is curious.
Yeah.
20% in the Ashanti region.
Yeah.
The Honorable Dr. Frank Amwaku hine. Enye kasatenten
Dabi.
Enye se na me wofa ana oho no aka wofa de woje ajade ba ko no wenya mehwe wejaka no what can we ye bibi
sanity
e che se e ka na wode ato no wodi huduma
sanity
ye bibi e che se e ka na wode ato no wo hwa masika bia besi anamu
yes
se de be ya ye de be ye mpuntuo nyuma e wa Ashanti region. So disapproval no wo Ashanti region 20%.
Yes.
Now omo so omo ni bibia aka no at the national level 7%. And afezo in the Ashanti region we're looking at 17%. It was for President Mahama approval rating at the national level it was 84%.
Ghana for Ajiatu.
It was Ghana for Ajiatu say baby I work on near one year and I'm not work to said the opposition na ban no
asomoni
e kwan wo fa so problems awodo ano ne kasa wo bedwam na ho fama even within the West Africa and African continent no o mani je ho so no 84% at the national level and then 60
okay.
And optimism 63% in the Ashanti
region. Optimism no.
Okay.
Optimism for improvement in standard of living. Kwame yes. International
I'm for GD almost
sitting mu best sack. Yeah, almost shebe be 11 months ya akada anim ya ebetimi asesa no. Kwame 32%. Yes, me person me hwe ase on January. Where January 24th. Anna your friends say January 25th green no it's January 24th no one more can ye
as January
yes
24th 2025
32% say omo gidie mapa one more need that so wa rehemu say omo asetire mu ebesesa ye pa de amom ye hwe January 25th so omo ye the same survey no so 78% ana fe Kwame one more can say the baby and ma akọ de and that so Abapa Kwame afa 23% in January 24th no one more can say one more so
and January 2024
okay that is January 2024 yes it here compare January 2024 and January 2025 it is 2024 His Excellency the former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo said not 32% ana Ghana for eka say o ma setirem betimi asesa but here His Excellency John Dramani Mahama year 2025 yes 78% ana January wo mo say wo mo hwe said the niam akone de a wo ma setirem ebeye de yie pa e de amom Kwame ye move ni eba January 2024 23% also ekan Kwame ase on e wo say bibi ba ase on omo show ase on say mbetimi apia kwosoro a na fe anka ye hunu de wa ase on ana fe 9% also ekan this year say woman so okay hwini wa okay Kwame generally no na kire say nkrofo a omo hwanim so o ma setena no ebetumpon ɛno na yɛahyehyɛ wɔ hɔ kama Kwame.
So as of January, January, Bosomi
yɛdi kan no 78% sɛ wɔn wɔ awerɛhyɛmu sɛ ɔmo abrabɔ mu bɛtumi asesa na sika etimi abɔ ɔmbɔtɔm na ɔmani agye Kwame.
And it's all because of a normal hodo ɛkɔ so. In fact, Energy Minister John Abdullahi Jinapo, Doctor, wɔno sabra yɛ kasɛba yɛ nyinam kanea ho nsɛm empuntuo na wɔse yɛhia a bold decision.
Yes.
Say ye besi yebo ye benya kukoduro na yetu anamo wabra yenhwe yenchi say ɔman no ye nyinam kanea ho nsɛm betu mpɔwa ɛno na wɔso yɛ ne enti ɔkasa na ne etie no.
It would be inappropriate to just proceed with a particular model or style. And so we integrated a committee to consult all of you, including POO and all the other stakeholders, so that they can bring your inputs and ideas to bear. And that will guide us as to how we go about involving the private sector as far as the distribution sector is concerned. And so let me reiterate, and that is what transpired last week. We did not say that we are selling ECG or selling any other entity. If we are taking a decision to sell, then there will be no need to constitute a committee to engage all the stakeholders. But we are convinced, beyond reasonable doubt, that some private sector participation would bring about some level of efficiency. And already, I do know that ECG started something, especially the SBUs. The strategic business unit was to bring in the private sector to enhance collection in particular. ECG, I am told today, based on today's meeting, collects about 1.4, 1.3 billion. And out of that, only 850 million is declared through the cash waterfall mechanism. I intend I will reverse this scenario immediately. Every collection must be lodged in a particular account and accounted for. It brings about transparency, it brings about efficiency, and it brings about trust. We cannot continue to increase tariffs and kill the people of Ghana with draconian tariffs. Based on what ECG declares, all the money, if you aggregate them by the end of the year, it will not be enough to even pay for the fuel bills, let alone pay for generators, pay transmission companies, and even pay you, the staff. So certainly, we must do something about that. And it's in the light of that.
Dr. Abdullah Jinapo, and I'll tell you, Dr. John Jinapo, and I'll tell you, say all kasa. Was science and dreadful Jemwa. What you say? ECG, say your person, and cran be ebe wura, na juma yomono, yes, ye tam ECG, Japadian say, near the and cran beans. No, a bold decision ye take instead of a quanya or fashion babu and Zicano, none a jumetima so and you know, a bit of a cost one. And he say, I'm cran be bechema. Ebema and Kentini and Nasa in Kenya, Abanisika no Boa.
Yes.
Nano na Babuama easy in Friday, a Jiran and Naso. Apart from that, also, Sikani Yaji, Aquania Caneno, na ye de fasono, under the cash waterfalls mechanism. No, na ye ye, eti, ora John Jinapo said Sabreya, Abanfufroya, Banda John Dramani Mahama.
Yes.
Umba say, ye befa Kwampaso, na baby was a Sikani go, a quaya ye befa Swabua Sikano. No. Etima ayede akwaso wano until these are some of the bold decisions according to Honorable John Jinapo you take care a bit of improvement about within the energy sector. Yes. So no wonder say global info analytics and Ghana for kasa ama for what GDA say woman nim hwe kra na woman nim say and it also be wo say o ma sete na mu
ebe ye o say si su kan Kwame o say se sia ba bia ne magina no omo ntimi nto eye kanea boa yetua num na emetwa Ghana for mene o say draconian your friend say tax woman ntimi fa mabio tariffs na omo fa mete Ghana for mene nti no Ghana for nya botoyem say se ebesesa akwakodu ankrankra so mba behwe so enya de ye ba beto to tariffs nu na timi amia ye kon ate ye kon Kwame.
And by way of international or NASA foreign policies no His Excellency John Mahama Smashwe ne nanse nya akwantuo ne kasa ahodo a wo kasa ni nyina akoye Ghana ene amama ahodo a ewo bibi mine.
Yes.
Wo be president won so watu kan go Europe. Obe president what is it what to call America? Obe president what is it what to call Asia?
Dabi.
Everyone on
in African countries say ya.
It's the end
And Kaboma Washington say you be Kenya boom. Now yet me empower Africans, no. I think I need is Excellency John Dramani Mahama and so.
And we are Susu, but the NT and the Casa near Send Casa and ye Yensusu, Asia Nasa Asia. Now we are Comoros Mampany Eba, you know, what dance Casa Nedi say, and one be here say, a bedred Yamusama, a baby mamu, Yabeka and one boom, Naya Digra, said a baya, and one day, a bit of dine weddy, and what baby man, you have said it in common choir.
Thank you for the honor done us in coming to lend your presence to this important forum. Africa is a growing continent with a lot of potential. And one of the drawbacks we have is the low level of trade and cooperation between our countries. So we believe that dialogues and fora like the African Prosperity Dialogue allow us to exchange views about how to make our continent better. Happily today, we are beginning to see an opening up of our continent. Many countries are adopting visa-free arrangements so that it allows free movement of people amongst our countries. In Ghana, we believe that African people should be able to move freely across our continent. And that's why we've introduced visa-free arrangements for many holders of African passports. Apart from the movement of people, we believe that there must be free movement of goods between our countries, exchange of goods. We Africans must learn to trade more amongst each other. That's why Ghana takes seriously the honor given us by Africa to host the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area. And that is why Ghana is doing everything to support the Secretariat. But goods cannot move without the appropriate infrastructure, railways, aviation, maritime transport. And so far, the routes of trade are between us and our colonial masters. And so our trade infrastructure is not between ourselves. The railways take us to ports so that we can export to Europe. The roads are not between ourselves. The maritime transport, if you send something from Ghana to Comoros, it might go to Europe before it comes to Comoros. So even though we've signed the protocol on African continental free trade, we also must look at developing the infrastructure so that we can trade more amongst ourselves. We would want to trigger a permanent joint commission for cooperation with Comoros.
So President John Dramani Mahama bra wo shia Comoros mampanyin na no dance asem radio was also si sudua bra omubo dwadata wo nkran ha bra na ye enkomo twetwe ekoso wo businesses anasa yonkofa eda ebibi memu mpanifo ntem ne ebetima agina so ede aye osanso ekosi sudua wo sa adwumadie no asese ne ebeye ebema dwadie mapa akoso wo ebibim ama hodo ntem ene say you be build the needed infrastructure keteke kwan akwan ne be improve a ye improve said be ya ye betima di ye hudwa, and that is the only way. Look, me the America ye example and Donald Trump ya wa be one wadwen na America fon kwa ho wadwen na America fon kwa ho di obetima ye wana montuo mu a ebe ma America fo di ye enye de ebembe ye ma Ghana di ye 18 ahodo including nia yetimi di to yi tadua bo hayi condom yi wo twetwam yi. Yes, what you come? What is there? I know train home Mokechuku. What you come? What you come say ya? 1%. What be beer? And the baby I wouldn't any channel. So waiting there was African, so yes, you to my hustle. And I like the fact that your man paying John Mahama. I shall come on, I say, Ben come away when your first time I hear. And then I just say, wait, dear, and go as a France, I no. And then I just say, wait, dear, and go as a dear Kwame Minkah, ya, o man Timino. And I'm on to a band, you bet me the abattoir today. I'm an TV a year. Well, and come on, you bet to a cost Eddie Nana, Kwasi, answer every a year, Royal House, and what takwa na waba, if ya no ebedi, and come on, Kakradia fa, His Excellency John Mahama, and you may so far, Osai chair, ye, nefe. appointments ahodo a wayɛ deɛ kɔɔ so na no wɔ mmarahyɛ badwa fie menim paa sɛ nana wɔ biribi ka wɔ ho nana akɔ aba yɛda ase paa so agye panyin sɛ wo ne yɛbɛhyia na yɛdi nkɔmmɔ na biribi abɔkɔɔdeɛ amen nana yɛhyɛ asɛm firi a mampanyin John Mahama agya ɛbɔ wanya aba wahyɛ ne nnwuma ase ɔno koraa deɛ ɛda ɔbaa ɛda ɛtɔ so mmienu adeɛ kye yɛn na yɛde anyinam kane asɛm hyia no ɛhɔ gigirigirigiri na ɔma yɛ nhyiamu yɛapa no aduro ɛne yɛnantea bɛduru saa berɛ yɛ a wɔgu so a wɔyɛ no appointment a mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ nso yɛ deɛ ɔmo yɛ agya wohu ne sɛn
yo ɔfa meda wo ase mekyia watiefoɔ nyinaa ɛtitire apinto yɛka apinto a takwa konya no saa na yɛfrɛ no apinto nti mekyia nananom a ɔmowɔ apinto nkonya ho nyinaa yɛgya ase hene adaakwa bɛdi ako mekyia no mekyia mpapa nana kwabenabono ɛne me nana mpapa nana ngo a ɔtɔ so mmienu asɛsɛ ɔnyɛ ne baabi kɔ mekyia na yere nso ɔfa yɛda wo ase President Mahama deɛ yɛdeɛ yɛmfrɛ ne President Mahama da yɛfrɛ no Agyenkwa Mahama wo sɛ ɔyɛ agyenkwa ɔne ne nipa a wawu anyane ebia no wawu anyane da ɛwɔ asase yi so Mahama nkete na wusɔle no wame yɛ ho bi because obi a waba me ato abatia na asa ba bio de sɛ wawu asa asɔre nti na yɛfrɛ no Agyenkwa Mahama ne mba yɛ tɔ so mmienu ɛna yɛwɔ mu sisi yi
na so far say ne sitie ne mba yɛ tɔ so mmienu yi
mba yɛ tɔ so mmienu deɛ ebi ɛnka nkyerɛ obi because ɔyɛ obi a wahu bi da nti baabi a ɔyɛ mfomsuo biara no yɛhu sɛ wahyɛ aseɛ ɛyɛ correct mistakes no menyɛ sure sɛ ɔbɛyɛ mfomsuo
ebi te sɛ deɛ mame mfato ho
deɛ yɛaka ne sɛ wohwɛ deɛ sɛdeɛ ɔbaayɛ vim ɔde baayɛ ne sɛdeɛ woka introduction sɛdeɛ ɔka sɛ electricity opoman therefore afidie ɔhyɛ da sumyɛ ɛne deɛ nyɛ afidi ketewa sɛ papa yi mɛtom ne n'anim ngu ase ne yɛnka sɛ ɔno na ɔde dum so ɛbaeɛ no ɔsan de aba bio no papa no akyerɛ sɛ ɔno na ɔyɛ aware sɛ opoman deɛ aborɔ mpa ne tirim opoma aborɔ nyɛ aborɔ mpa ne tirim da nti wɔsum afidie nti na ɔsiesie ne ho asie ɛkɔ na ɔfa so sɔfo ɛnom sɛ ɛyɛ ningu ase ama wɔn Ghanafoɔ ahu sɛ papa no waba ne mu a anya deɛ ɔba bɛtoto apa so na wakɔ esi a ɔhwɛ Ghana dede a ɛwɔ abɔnten so nyina so ate because Ghanafoɔ fi sɛ ɔmo anya deɛ ɔmo akoma pɛ nimpa nya deɛ n'akoma pɛ ɔnkasa bio nti Mahama kɔ ɔkɔ no yɛde yɛnim sɛ ɔkɔ ne yie ani gye wɔ mu na yɛnim sɛ foforɔ deɛ ɛba koraa kyɛn de yɛnhu
na ɛba wɔ mu a wapa wɔ mo sɛ ɔmo nkɔhwehwɛhwɛ asoɛ ahodoɔ ano na afei so agencies ahodoɔ ano dodoɔ no ayɛ mmabunu maa nso di mu akotene wohu ne sɛ agya
ne kwan so ano no mefi sɛ sɛbi mekɔ aburukyi kakra na mebɛduru airport no mebɛto papa akokora bi wɔ customs na wotumi sɛ wanyini paa na papa wei deɛ ɔno da so te ha deɛ na nneɛma nte a wɔbɔnte bɛyɛ dɛ nyɛ adwuma ayɛ na metua sika ma metua me duty no no ka yɛ sɛ memfa ma no na nka ɔma menkɔ dam sɛ menyɛ saa da
duty na wotua no
metua no ma mentua wɔ saa commercial bank yi no mo boot no mo create wo inside
de mo fama no
memfa no
normal
kwan ne kɔ na me sɛ menyɛ metua nurse metua deɛ wate na me mekɔtua nti ɛne na yɛ sɛ obɛdi delay me
ne mpani ndie nti na ma no yɛ saa
o sɛ ɔpɛ sika no deɛ ɔde te hɔ no because camera bi ansi de so ɛbɛkye no na meyɛ sure sɛ airport po no na opoma abere so camera sɛ bɔ mo de porting bag kɔkyekyerɛ ni sɛ bɛyɛ ɛnkyi biara saa na mimi hu no nti mima ntua ma no wohwɛ ne nsa no de kɔ soro a ɛnka sɛ ɔmfa keyboard no so no no almost 5 minutes sɛ bɛyɛ mɛyɛ frustrated na matua sika manyɛ na mehu sɛ wanyini na sisi ɛyɛ a yɛnua Johnny Hughes ɔyɛ program sɛ let the retirees goes ɔmo a ɔmo retire no let them go no mefi sɛ na yɛ good program because wɔnyini na wɔnkɔ a system na atwoki ɛbɛyɛ de na obi aba nti sɛ papa no aba no wahu sɛ ɔde mmeranteɛ yɛ adwuma a ɛbɛyɛ yie na ɔfa mmeranteɛ a adɛn na memeyɛ aberanteɛ no mɛyɛ agensi mefi sɛ ne kwan so ano no
ebi si inexperience I mean ɔmo nya ebi da ɔmo yɛ nkwadaa na akwadaa a wɔnya ebi da deɛ afei na ɔba bɛyɛ yɛ mfomsoɔ wɔ saa bere yi a ɔman yi yɛpɛ sɛ yɛsan ma yɛ mu soɔ
ɛne sɛ ka obi wu a bi nni adeɛ sɛ nipa ɔbɛdi nipa no wawu no adeɛ no ɔno nso yɛyi no experience ɔntumi hwɛ akyiri sɛ wahu nti nipa no wamba game ni mu a ɔbɛyɛ da hu ne performance ebia no ɔyɛ no experience ɛnɛ sɛ bi yɛwɔ digital era
that's right
adeɛ bia ɔde baabi a ɔde nipa bɛkɔ no nka sɛ ɔde ne bɛkɔ hɔ no na ɔno wahu deɛ ɛwɔ hɔ dada
that's right
ebia in experience ne baabi a ɛyɛ jealous ɔmo ka sɛ ɔmo ka bu mmeranteɛ na ba mu instead some be so mu asho mu crime mu agina ye no hwe de efiri mu anu mu ba there ni inexperience brofo be no akufu adubai no crofo okofo obi as e friend culture bibi madam bi so no obo ne nsa no crime poso creative bank crofo tra mfie gotwe na mampanyini a wa betre kunya so okobo nsa wa yi department a omo na ebo ne nsa wahu bi wo wiase mu da omo de yanka bibi amfa ho omo nyam na ntene mo nya omo adwuma de oye na experience no mpanimfo no nkere wo enu nti na ye wo Ghana
afa yankom na hwe bedwa fie so omo nwuma na boa ema wo mu aya appoint wo mu nyina no omo adwuma esipi ne nya so emfaso na se ne o masase e kontokwa na ni nyina ye because wo mo say oh nhihye mu no ye tenase na tena ye tenase no yabre e wo so ye tenase ya na ye kosoa etutu nkofo ya mampanyi dwomama apa wo mo so mo kwaso ya hodo ano na tena ye tenase ya cha kwa anadwum no ebra bamuti ye de ye ntimi no ene se de o mo si fa asem no no mo de ye ntokwa na na speaker a suspend bi no eja eno so
yeah speaker na order omo anu wo ho no eno na o problem me makobi amakofi bu ade na me wo ho na ye hwe speaker no na ho keka metimu sa na wama nkrofo no dominate ye na sabia wo a wo ye majority utum ma afanya marketings tumi bisa question na bisa obi accounts mu ni ade etumi tena ba akofo ni bisa questions 3 hours
o sa akwanya no so betima bisa nsem ahodo wo abra ye mfa brento
anya no wa wi on tena ho mama ngas wa ability ma ye mbeti bi so wa kwatwa wo satente na wo fa so a afi o si yenda kwam ye dai me ni nyina na ntenko so bi se bi achi ye nyina na edi na mo etwa sa na ko tie na ntenko nti wo wo kwan on tena no mbisa ma ade enche di aka se ye ne so be ya ma ya wie ye ntu ma ni delay ye na ma mpanyin adwuma ni tiri mpo ne nka achiri anya no be hye mra ma ye o mo abre so ne ye hye mra ma wo o hye mra ma wa ka ofiri achire di bi court ono ye hye mra ma no a nka ofa achire di bi court nti ye sere no obebisa question opa yes you are ready ye be vet ni pa 20 day nti ono nzo mbisa the question ope
e ma nanu ya akra no omo sorry omo de abufo sorry he enam speaker enkomo ana me ka cho say wode ebeto omo anim no omo ye say no ye ntie de speaker na eka majority leader be kire say one speaker di nkomo na hwa wo hwe omo anim so omo beba no omo di nkomo anim ya no saada no osenya saada te na emo ma adwada ne ena wo so mo eni omuhia e wa no mo de abufuo pa sorry a omoko de apanyo mark ye ni adonkuma na ye no mitie wo kasa na asa wo pa se ebetima ha ban na dwuma ho
o say aye ne strategy ofi say omo abegu omo anim ase na Ghana fo so egu omo anim ase enti sisi ano ni bibia aka oye dom kuma ni kuma no po de eye kuma aburo so ye ba ne percentage am say ye de 0 be share ni mu ye be de ka man 0. this because omu kuma ne de kuma pa se omu abresu dom nya sa majority ya nka Ghana ha nka boto afa o ye ndisi bia mo ada forma 3 hours and so akase sole ne wa sole
e de na ma kasa
ana se patapa ni na da omu anu patapa poma patapa onu no da omu anu obakasa ndisi o ye ndisi yo boto afa da forma 3 hours
na ade ache
3 hours opoman ko be ya aburo so na wanye lucky nyankopon bu ni be yes say ni mema na ayansi animu ama sa adwumbo na odi betwa o last hour no atonsuom na tonsuom tisi ano no wa ba no man no mehu say ni leadership o semu o denedi wo Ghana ha no enimu oni that quality
o say emo ye mighty 88 e che so mo ahoden o mu swade na so mo ahoden
oni ahoden
o mu jina magana
obi sabi ni nsem o kai na office o te se obi a o bobo na onya ade na pese o yire wo ho bo obo won se afi de America no ba bia ball be ko bia na utudi akiri ebia hu won se wonye player because ni question obi say ina le se bia ye tete nche no ye hu se enye question as a leader otum ese obisa wa bisa ma obi a wan ko school antibrof mposre bi o antibrof ba won se o actions no en fakwam into understand styling of leadership ebeboa ne pa wontia futu na onye kam kakra na nkrofo hu se office o yama ayefe na abroso pada chopa
but dey na baka cho mo dwen se apanyo marking questions ni bi boa emye hunu nominees ni bi esu ni omo ban bi a nka ye musa nkomo ni besie se one omo ye nkofo mo ya hantan 2 omo ye nkofo omo di no kre ne questions ni bi boa me ehunu sa de no
ne question ni de menya hu de boa o ye NDC ni na o ye leader na o ye MP ni ya ma wakwanya se beso mo man sa hantai sem yala e na o de ya no mkoyo o ti o hu bi ya hu kra ye hu napo o ye ohene ba se de me so me ye ohene ba na se bi meti ya me ka se o hwe me
that's right
se de me ka o ti ase
that's right
and this wa o ye MP ya ma wakwanya sebra na be serve o man ni nkrofo a e wo man ni mu na so also be ya hantai dia ene e wa wasem ene wa wasem unim se primaries da wanim primaries ye nyina dia hu betum akasa etia me ye wafrim cause ye ma mbegu mahama hu fi one de me catch 100% say ye ma obi a mbegu mahama hu fi o de na asomdwe beko o de ne diri pa ko ne ye gya ne kwan kama na pa se o ye MP na wa hantai nti na me nye sure say afenya markings ni questions de be ma nimpa na ye kama na se onye kam bisa question for department edi nimpa na ekọ
but say o hyewa bufu a na wotimi gina yie na wo de boaseto eyi nano a say no na be kire say wo ye obi a wo bumfu ntem ana say wo ye obi a obufu ntem wotimi achieve sa de no I mean when Sam George di nkomo when honorable not on MP honorable Samuel Kuje to ablakwa edi nkomo in fact omo owuro mu nsemu ankasa atwi omo mu what said you must deny any qualm of us ye nanua has up and your marking been able to achieve say what we so much or mabufu any or maho brasse what we was at the end
on so beyond here omo better microphone and him hon no meaning the pursue or no ye omo bano omo prepare omo mindset say akwa we on be cast and papa nchire the obeye ma ya bubu tables as microphones are no be and no results no yai o ye bufu ba ye say niam yi why na again why na lusu anya o man na aboka nti onya se mesha da koka obi abufu onya na on department nimpa na ekọ no on bisa no wasem yi na nimpa no kamu asem yi nkire ganafo ma ganafo hu sampa obesolve problem na se me keka ma bufu aba na yatoto twede na mo ade mo ye mo hu da anu sabi producer me mi krom takwa kwa kalamse fumpo kalamse fompo kotra sa bia nya sa niema na kempesa mu aye from honorable nyamfo te samo wa wabufu samba akopenti na sa bia ye ntokwa na ye wo bi se kai se de ande si wo nsu atre ya
ayeku poli
asembe da obeka nti eso man sha na nkofa asem mi ma sam koso nimpa hwe sa nso ye no nim de be fira kira ba ti mesre papa no on call the straight me ye hu se oye vet no vet nimpa no because o man panyina bonidin so nkodi dwuma bi sa dwuma no asem na nka woni nka or can ya fine one can ya marking wrong no con baby but some measure that money 3 hours I'm a coffee board yet 4 hours yeah me
yeah
cameraman be cancer ebe catch me 4 good hours ade
wow na speaker so twen so e woni ne ya adwen MPP fo no afa wo mrache bedwa fie se nia wo ye na mfa mra kwan mu ada ye wo secondary school na headmaster aka say ye ko suspension na die no wo chire papa yi woni ne ya adwen wo so man sika ba ko sei enko no ma na asa ni mu
die no mo hwehwe no amfa ho senke bia nka hwe a enko ka che se o te se Kufuado
wow
se wa dia se Kufuado nkete na ne baye boni a oboda baso se ada ne obekoi hwe awo sa oyeye omo di dwubi na papa ibo bi abaso se be da wase se wa bobo man obi bo man e boda baso onu atum boda baso aye na le statue sita intimi nyam nwa sa fidie no musu mahama hwe se di akoso no panyin wo fie na panyin ni fie na fa di ya hu se panyin wo fie na panyin ni kire se akwala ye boni e twe na so intimi di aso twe aba ozo e de nti akwotwe akwala aso eh adai ye kontra brochiri na mpa cha me fa no me fam na me hu se abrofo no de ntira omumba ye boni ye ntumi ntia wo ne se anya omusika no de hweba broni mfa de sika hweba
that's right
o man ni na hweba na o man hwe wo ba esi da na akotia no
that's right
ba ya so ye ma me no e de ye hye akire
that's right
eko afuom ko bubuja na eja so ma me na sa hye da chi insu oto no tere na obehwe foma na waja eja ni mu no waso
mu
na obesi da na obeya so de ma me na se so tia
obetia
aban bi asika nto aduane ma wonni aban sika bi anto koko ma wonnom onu akobubu ja beton bi po wuru choba chance mu no de atete ne ba na ne ba de kwose ase ma ne ntia no saa na omu papa de ye omu eno resource eno mu nyae 2024 nti kebe ya omu nka omu anu ntum no musua de because this year papa no abi a new chapter kire won ade nkebe bu omu se so omu party ma atese agu omu pese omu se dream no na omu
party na
o mate party MPP de sune o ko to badiri MPP o ko bi fie ko se di nso nya bi nom me ka kire wo
na na gozi
owo ba now nim now the end sa PP mienu sa di akire oba no school akunya kro ya mali bi ntraso because ya dia abebo Ghana man e di yaw awura Ghana mu a yem pese be hu sa akales no bio mate omo so mesi sediri no no mo apia nwura na afrim na sabi
ba di omo ye wo mra so be gafie no o menya
achita bia ni babia MPP agu na takwa city crowd a chese MPP agu
wow
takwa resource na chese MPP agu hwe se de fiti so e to aba MPP nya 60,000 takwa NDC benya 20 difference 40,000 o de check na hwe o de minim se o ye researcher check na hwe de asi wotakwa no aka nsem bebira kire won enti esress MPP de minim se agu amba bio isi aga na be one party state minim se bia ma bio
ene no beboa
aboa beboa chese
one party state se
ya tete ya hu yi a abeboa chese se oba e de opa bia wunya okọ da kofa wan aba obeto aba na still obeto ama nimpa no enti mesre minim se MPP de agu omo ntena odi no munsua de because be producer wo hwe ase now sorry na de ma wo hwe ase no wo hwe a eboa wo ba wo ka se ma hwe ase nti de onimpa na eba na kire papa mpa memfa wonfa obekoso atena ho
eto mo ka se tie speaker de oye ni nyina no wo de wo nsusuye mu no mo nyaa ka
ka ba bua wo chese mimi hu se ombeka chese se sika no awie bia gu mpa ase ma oba tumi da so ohwa ankroma na sika na eje so wase
mo kasa de includes of say mensa bonso woni mra se bedwa fie ho bio
onu mpa na nka me ye very disappointed e was aman no ke wo a yenim so wo experience enough a obetumi a guiding crofo wa chire afi wo de wo san your position sam omo bedi omo adodo de sabi e kakra fa ho mpa wa wie ya omo ma wo firi mu no na enyefe enti ke sa abre wo de ho be battle amoako baanom na mo nyina mo adwene pa de ata mampanyin mahamachi na bridu no tutuduru ba bi na se yeye na se mo bi kondo a mo sre na odi 2 minute bia ma mo aba mo so ma because mo sua de awie na afi wo so kura ba bia oti ake se okasa se ofrim na koye enti kakra batalo nya wo hye minim minim se emrepam no obewu se wa tamia otise Ghana ni bia yedi
well ya de community na ya ni si re de betwa to ye vet nya ekoso no I mean ni papa mu a wonya ya kan bibi for mo nsambra ho na ye beto adwumadie ne so ana ye nya te se de tie ya NDC for na ntra ho no mo anya vetting eno so ya hwe se de si ye tie any questions bi ya mo bisa ene nsama ya mo ka
MPP for no abre nke be ya vetting poma mo nko biu na said the adelete ni de obeka bia no ye hu se obeka bibia beboa mahama wankasa mo shasi question be na nodom prema amakofu buadi onu abisa ya opia no wa sign na just wa sheda bo apayo pa na odi betra ho yes anima so me wo ho
opia no
wa nimpa na sign just onu just to say wa waste time awie but no sign na just to say omunim say the omo keka na nkosi hwe but they are just wasting time tinu minim say so omu jai no mutena fie ya ada business e babuwa won na yen ma ne man contem se de be ya mampanyin ani so ade hunu no obetuma achieve
nentem pen ye pe
eno ntem pen gos o mampanyin
pe ene se no vet ne hu hia
na ka ehu hia mum
because ekoye ndisi fo no nko a ena wa ya ade ye nim so obetuma ye eye no asore na wo
I mean subanti se ni nsen o ya ne sampa nkeye hwe me ka asem bi acho bubuafo bi ko wi TV o ko wi tele no mo che de court no so tell ni nyon no wi aye na judge ni tra wudi no akwai so bibia che so no wi tell no ono so no ti we bubu afo obede no akofa tell asisoro na judge se wate na asem no mu di ato no se we wi enti onko na or discharge man into almost corner judge first so brana be for ade ko TV no dia e kwani of so for TV no na chese say do we TV no
I say dana kwasi
yeah ba me fa masema na so man buy twato me be sro man panyini mahama am say appointment ro aye bi pa ye nyina ya ni di akire masem ya meka hia pa na wa meti wani wi dem nim say obekọ so aboa me e ma mampanyina ate no wate ne mu afidie ya fidi kese ye
obi eti
ntra me fita kwa betena so
okay
appointment amampanyin ye on ye West Region ni ye
how
yes eno ne de mpese obisa me West Region mi ensa na odi ama no ni na kodi coastal side na ye ka West Region anya coastal nko na ye West Region maami Mrs. Ataya wo shamai owo nsuo yi ho amakofubu a owo nsuo ho Nelson ewon so West Nankasa ne takwa no Central ne takwa ne bebia gold ne manganese no wo any timbers no wo any cocoa no wo no obi anya prepra besi ne obi anya prepra
baso okaso ye ne sa okaso ye ne sa na se obi ya ka se open chempese ya se eni se di bra no dodo na eni kwan a opo se oboa oman no na ye sika se won se bebrebe no na so nti on person be from ministers bebrebe no and say saade no entimi nya mamu o wakaso wo biemu a so ha na de meba
DwaboAse samiensa no de ba Western Region adana ni na kodi efie kurum o ma appointment miensa Western Region adana ni na kodi fie kurum adana ni na kodi coastal side
ba so wonya appointment ni nwie
ntina ma be wa fidie isu
na mo so wonya nwie
minim se ntina me se na nya me de me abaduru ha me mo me to ne nkra
na de na wonya abotre mbom
abotre no waka sa wotiri ho ayi wa ibone
na ibone no se yenya nwie
ofa
afa de yatwa ase
ya wie ya betia ni mu
yenya nte yenya duru okra
de America cha oni se o man panyin hwe West Region ankasa ye ka West Region pure West Region wasa no de ma West ne by wasa no ani babia gold ni diamond ani manganese ni wo timbers ni cocoa ni wo hwe Honorable Ajemensa Erikafo Nicholas Amankwa ya wo bebre wo ho sabi Ajemensa o former deputy road minister experience be no here bio Erikafo liwa tenamu adida board so
na to say the make no appointment obunya nwie deputy ministers onya nwie agencies ahodo vacancies da in fact na no Honorable Dafia Makwakura na me enya santi asese there are over 11,000 vacancies also failing. So, I mean,
what na we feed so aka said the best come from the west. Waka bida.
Yes.
Now west na say ye chena baby a best ni free no. Ye nya bi anti obi mfiri wo meka na say.
So far when you say.
Me say nya ye ni nya ayensuo mfo na nya. Ya ni ye to get gold ni nya hwe. Ya sem no ayensuo mfo na nya. Amakofu bu ani maame no mu nyina ayensuo mfo. And Nelson nyina ye insuo coastal side. The main west now was that's why me film one in no yenya prapra kra krina kra yenya bi papa you abubo dina abubo staff sir presidential staffers won ho nyina ne CEOs na bibia ntwa ye nso no say nyuma kase wo ye ho nyina ne ye fa CEO mpo ye mbo bidini wo ye ho wa GMPC ne ye fa obi a ye nti wasani bia dini mesra o me pa cha me de da wan ni hu djuma
ma so atero me da se nana kwasi ansa we die ani die mu a te say me kan no President John Mahama gusu a wo ye na djuma wo fa nkofo nti ye hwe se de ebesi akọ
ye penasem
me da se nana kwasi ansa no wo free adehye abusu ye wo ye takwa abusu ye gira we so na ye de ni nyina no at asiase na me kan se abrantepa bi o pedan mesra so ye fiewura na wutie mi a we de mesra awe wa so na tie me abrantepa bi pedan onya single man waware wo dini huni pa very good guy wo dini huni and afenso we obi a obetena wo fie a wankasa wo behu say yes ni petiti pa na aba wo fie no a young married man sabra ye ka say wo hwehwe 2-bedroom accommodation a wo parking space at least obeso high dine for a year wo miamia bi te say North Canary da koman odoko dansuman latabi okoshi na ohwe ni sika no sikari gina 1,500 and 2,000 kosi 2,000 enti me say so 2-bedroom apartment I born gina 1,500 and 2,000 cities me say abrante pay anansia no wari ye Obetuma yɛ ne mo a yɛde bɛgye wo paa. Number obetuma frɛ no wɔ ɛyɛ 0244 788 324 0244 788 324. Yɛmpɛ agent asɛm bia. We fewura na wotie na wɔ dan yi bia 2-bedroom apartment. Ne budget yɛ 1,500 to 2,000. We are in 2001 I want to be. We are in 2005 I want to be. 1,500 to 2,000. And obey me now what they are no. North Kaneshi, Dakuman, Odoko, Dansuman, and a Latabio Koshi. Number near 0244 788 324. Abuzia, and then one bus say, ba, yet was so.
Pharmaceutical Company Limited, Emam Sabri. True What Pharmaceutical Company Limited, Indian company Cassia, Yasueno, Ewo India. Namun Yendo no Ebi will be a safana yina, Edia Bedru Ghana, Ama Food and Drugs Authority, a yen Shishimu, Edia Fayeno no say a papa, a boy Juma, Inti Ghana for Enfransa or Moyare. In no Edia Bajama sono, a dorso, Namun Yedikaya, Mekasafa, True What Vision Capsules. Nipadiana kwa yankane nyankopon de ma yen yeni enti abibia e wose yema yeni ehu hia yen mama me pacho wako hospital na doctor aka che se wanya glaucoma ana se pressure be wani ni so a wonu munura na so enko obi da sori anopa ne neni no eso ayeni wisi wo hwe light a wo hu ne blare obi wo ho a ade ben na wo hu no e wo akiri nso a wo hu no obi wo ho a ade sa na esuma duru no ne yeka ne night blindness no we obi a uhun senso we nyina bomodi a na hwehwe True What Vision Capsules True What Vision Capsules India hama ene yakeka boma ye de aye abandre na True What Pharmaceutical Company Limited ye duro no ense yare ahodo ye duro ba ko bia no ese yare ba ko me pa cho we obi a wanya cataract anase etesi wani so a bomodi a na hwehwe True What Vision Capsules echi akwan me pa cho enunu donso e wo dwaman so enu nti na ye kire enunu mu a ye de kire TV no so se ne be ya ubehunu sene aduro ni su ni ne ban esitie enti ukoba bia yeton aduro na nipa na ka che osewu ye ni True What Vision Capsules wo honom na mum ye was similar product a ebeboa wa me pa cho insist se upe True What Vision Capsules True What Vision Capsules anase ye nuo no mu bia ubetimi de phone no e de atwa na ukọ na se yesi ebi ni ho a me pa cho bomodin na fa ye number e wo screen so anase obe frey e was 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 and 059 558 2628 059 558 2628 na odi True What Vision Capsules na waji stem cell True What stem cell e di aka ho ama me ni tichu ene mu a glaucoma anase pressure no edidi mu akọ akiri anase wa etesi wani so uji na mienu no bu mu a ema wani yare no utimi enya response anase uhoto ententem na afi yesanso ewo True What Nerve Alive no eye entinimu adwuma anase esa entinimu yare me pa chawo unya entinimu yare a ubom se wo ho no ma na wonsa no aye otititi wo ho na onaya ye otititi wonante a na yese pin ewo onam anase osire no mu me pa chawo obi wo ho no ma wanya diabetes anase stroke anase hypertension me pa chawo unya sanyare we nyina elidi to entinimu yare enti unya entinimu yare na aduro ba ko a ebeboa ho na ebetu entinimu yare na ase eye Nerve Alive eye do tatahwe a ewo dwaman so me pa chawo bomodin a na hye ne nsoma me se Nerve Alive no se unya entinimu yare na wo ye bema etumi ma unya enamu mmeye nti wo ye bema na wo ye mmre ewo kete so entinimu aye mmra me pa chawo aduro eye Nerve Alive bomodin a na ma wonsa nka bi na wonsa eka Nerve Alive eye entinimu adwuma no na yesan so ewo joint fortis wo ho a eye adwuma ewo yenum pem ene yaposo me pacho enye painkiller tieni ye joint fortis no enye painkiller na momi akofa pains ya no e dia ba onipadua no mu no ekoko sisi onipadua no na yi sa ohaw ni nyina e dia firi honom me pa cho arthritis obi ukotodua ho no na ukotodua no emu yi oya emu tutu oje ho a enje obi a usisi wo sisi yare a emu eden etweba oto ase ebesi una ase me pa cho onso unya joint fortis na ebebo na yi sa ohaw ni nyina e dia firi honom na yadru a me kasa fa ho biem eye male fortis no eye emema do tatashe bema wuntimi mu adwuma e wo kete so wadru eye male fortis bema de e wo so timi gina ona so brane me pa cho bema ukosini ma 30 seconds na wagya mu wuntimi nyina so nche obema na afo aye ketekete wonya male fortis na ebema blood moje wose pompi ko bema no mu no ebe pompi akum ama ahoden atumi abom na watimi agina onan so eduro no aya na picture no eda o screen no so fa phone no twa uko baby a yeton eduro no na orefi eduro ni dia fa che nipa na oton eduro no se woka cho se ebi ni ho no ma bomode a na fa ye contact number eda screen no so e was 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 and 059 558 2628 059 558 2628 True Word Pharmaceutical Company Limited. Your health, our concern.
Thy grace. What do me ya? Bosumi fufuro yatia simu. Where that tosso me ensa. Many a crack of vida quantenance sans the clear grant quantenance. A brasso see a better the one cat anymore. Na yade emun sema bramo bameka say by thy grace Franco Trading Enterprise. And that's why your phone papa perfie. Say your Nokia, say Samsung, say your iPhone, phone papa bia, opa tobia, Oko Franco Trading Enterprise, on Sabeka biato. Nano smart TV na a year, Minya, your friend say, what if anyone I'm referring to? Can you imagine? Minya crack of vida, Coco board, Humusu, and Yamusuka, was she on 102 among Copper smart TV, BBC in the day. Sana Yeri Ness, that's it. If you died, the Universal duty bia. Now I'm 40 to the Purge, Obupe senior. I said, no, I am married. Thy grace. Yeah. I grant of Vidago, Kasongo. Chest freezers, refrigerators, washing machine. I would run in a Franco Trading Enterprise. No go. But you are from 0246 422338 and a 0555 939311 and a face 0302225651. Franco Trading Enterprise. Well, that's why your phone papa fie. Kongonseya bidi. Trolio Mr. Wada. Trolio. Kasongo. Tale ava fire wado. Yes. Minya messages free nungwa. Spin test. Teshi. Womoso Kwame yensio. Catch on Rabo Munta Wakilu say, Wabaya Manatanase, but Wabra Watanasi and also, yes, you. I was a free pipe mopa.
Kwamino ya.
Also, Monsieur Ka. Honorable Munta Wakilu.
Any Mammy Fan Crane, comma, a Yenua district manager. Ko. The Magana Water Company Limited. Ko. Ora, Owushu. Ko. Ora Samuel Owushu. And Nano mi bawa kache. Miana miti hei. Sami bedru hono no peso ye yi kakra.
No ye dey.
No peso ye kasongo. Echiru hu mini pa bang no. Ano ma eyi. No.
Mo fire.
Enti adwuma na mo se mo riye. E wo C5 bia mo office ni wo. Echi pe no bepim na mo nwie ya na.
Enu nti den nsuo ni ma na.
Enu nti den nsuo ni ma na. Anything desalination plant ni nsuwa ewo nu wampona no ho no so esi ho every month ye tua ho ka adenti na ntimi nya adwuma maye nya nsu no
Kasongo ye bisa ho
enti misra owura asama osu mimpese meba ho de to so ebien se wonim de
next time wo kwa from me ka ho
mo
ye nyina
enti owura asame se wate unso ena no mi ba unso na TV ni da ho
ade no so spread pa
mo sprinter road dashi any those areas ni nyina ye bra papa ye nya nsu
no confused in message about said there was issue
ye nya nsu num
ukotware kura nso kitikiti bi
ebu tot
because I saw manage
and omo failing no tankers no omo so from wa don't hear baburo de no my you know why fi so omo nyansuo
yeah
enfam
omo nyansuo
ena no nsu kura wo de beba no krampo no sunu bi wo ho wo de beba no behwe na ni na yellow
ena sika obetua no
enya yise
sika obetua no
esenkro for budget
about almost about 40% of
why I'm say esenkro for budget
he say what
esenkro for budget
wo be frɛ
radio gas result mama nsuo
no ni enya nsuo
nom nsuo ni mra
say kasa man for the deodorant for mama eno ma be ya dware ani edete ya
kasongo ye Kwam
ye na me kasa me sa so ye mate
na bia hu ama o
yes sister odi akiri o
enyem yo yesu atwa ugo chere ba chere why
ina no go chere ba chere
ana no say do tiba fom kaka na say sana fa so rakọ
anyway ye tin siman
Kwam you look smarty
me da say
lovely Kwam obi hwe wo TV ni so
sponsored by Madam Time Bomb
Edward Nyankopon hey Madam Drati Sampofo
oh I say
lovely morning
to you can reach me abetere ka
mate Kwam the Ghanaian Times be fiase na no pe na Kwam announcement odi kan ye ni what say market no
adai
ready
na wo market
what's it
jai dio Bogabi be say mo muni market o de mo te wa
na Ghanaian Times the aba o man penin John Dramani Mahama and wa share aye 3 ministries say wo modern hwe say nipa wo ho bon anase wo de wo ho agije illegal mining mo fema goody to enam ne mra kwanso no won hwe se obetimi amamra no aye adwuma yen kire sa ne peyi na se ye de won befa mra kwanso yen fa mfa na se asotwe bi wo ho so a yen fa imma sa ministries aye Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, Interior, and Attorney General and Minister of Justice, and Nipa Basai, and also Muncha Sobetimi, Etusanamo, or Catafat or do a being, a one day Ghanaian Times, Amanebo, or the Abano Emu. Na Enuda and Chenga, Ose, NDC Pro Forum for, and what you say was supporting or Ablakwa say. Oberhe se oman Ghana se ne ye ni amanhoro ye ntam nkitahudi ete no obetre mu akwanim na no pensem ahoro ne fufura ka ho a Ghanaian Times said aba enen
Your Excellency Sampi Yale powerful call ye da say yakwa anim
yo yanto so na yan share Daily Post on pensem a ono so ade abetu dwa Daily Post asemo de bae ne se enche bia na se ne penyi aboni din sonko Bank of Ghana enko hwe and to no meye Dr. Johnson Asiama obehye ne dwumadie ase
another comeback story wasiaba
onyame atu ne pon
wasiaba
de okwa ahomegiem so se no so wonko
obekọ
se no se wono no se wo ye governor ko ade a banks ne nya license
we se okọ
banks
no benya license wo omo sefata e be ya adwuma benya license aye adwuma no enti Kwame ato so enei ababeto dwa se info analytics owura Musa Dankwa se ene Ghana for do na yeda this year dia sumdwe pa na da it says 70% of Ghanaians no ye wogidi se oman be bi ekono they say nam trodo ekoye sebebo na mpuntu akwaso nti owura mama direction ode maye no pepepe eno aso na asie nam sanso ana Ghana yiyu so eba be share fa $50 million package bia omode emaye
Ghana yiyu ampa Ghana yiyu no eno mayi dia yi
50 million package only beboa aya Ghana ni nyina nso no omato aya mfidie bia beboa ya mbambo nsem nti nyame adoma enche bia bosum bekwa wie no ombeda dedi ade ama Ghana fo nyina nti wonsem ana Daily Post ade abetu dwa
ene mo me nka jom say you
ya fina mo bibira biom
Kwame Musa Dankwa ni hwemu a ode abe no ena no pe me bedru dwuma mu a me pu abonten no bi hu me obi say akora na say say utinwefo na me say eh na say aduan pa me dinti manya aduan nutrition wom eta
and the first say kachioko na so busa enwi na bi ma no
but me just come any Herald the aba o say John Mahama quote and unquote resets relationship with Gabi Ochredako graces investment program under after enti ode aba wa ha resets in quote said John Dramani Mahama ne Gabi Esare Ochredako won anyankofa no won a chemukina enti o say program bi a won aye wako hobi sana Herald ede aba nen kwa mama
say Gabi ye Ghana ni
oh ye Ghana ni
etoko dwumadi na ase
oko ase
say well as the
okotie bi okay yeah kwa mama energy minister
Herald or say a friend
Larry Alandogbe Larry
Janda
for Larry Medogbe now as a friend now be Herald area bano o say energy minister investigate Dubik Mohammed's 2,500 locked up ECG containers demurrage balloons to alarming 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. Wow. Let him say ECG boss managing director Ora Dubik Ochim say Sikebia say containers
ex manager na
Ogusu onkoy I
don't know sorry Zani
Dubik Mahama ECG managing director
and I say fake news
maintain the guy so what reason me maintain they be an no carry Ochim say containers
that no friend is saying
o say what reason
the long time
Krata no friend is saying
also Dubik Mohammed's 2,500 locked up ECG containers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Krata na money dinsa managing director.
One money dinsa. One money dinsa. Ubekaya, Ura Dubik Mohammed Bekai, Baby said one containers be aka Sushine so. I will honor.
Or resign.
And you know ex managing director. Say containers ya akika Ghana yan Sushine so bi I honor. No him say say nema bi so containers so eche wo hono a ka bi wo ho a obetua e na no him say akudu 1.5 billion na ewra Samuel John Jinapo o ti we fiase a ore emu hwehwem e wo hono yi ni say confuse
ye
and yet Samia na ye John
Jinapo squad na Jinapo John aba na say where we are na minto aso ha
odi to aso
yo ma minto aso e wo telegraphic no emum na owura isia masam no e wo ha say so ene he so kopie mu e wo konfo no cha resabia na nsakremu kama emre otumfo di anim na abaso mai se ne no e ho aye krabehwa enye asem ko anti wunsem ene se eye mpanyimfo de betudwa e wo ha eno achi Ghana mampanyi yewura John Dramani Mahama so ene ebo amane se Ghana ne ebimanyina no e wo se etimi sori waka na se nima bia eye potential se maye wono yetimi wa we ne ense gina mu esom ye na yetimi bua na ebman so efa no ntoma pa efra or the to John Bryce say eye Africa Prosperity Dialogue jumadie no ekọ so a or the way out to ebimanyina nim se ansori na yen sori aka na emboyem sanso na owura eye okujato ablakwa so ade atodwa se nyame adoma eye passport se eye honankasa kra no regime no wo so timi yan sakremu mu na no so atimi abodi to dwa wombra na ye vete no sanso na se eye Republic Bank nso no echem se efedio mbehwe na nyoma hodro sakremu atimi akoso ade amama se ne no omode eye Benjamin se oye panyi kwantrefo amom no ni mfoni nso ababeto ya
Kwame midi besi te wo chronicle breso sam da bokrata no emu no asem ba ko pa na mafefre mo chim se kan majority leader sang by a minister for parliamentary affairs ora say che mensa mo so mi former head of programs o say o che say o say che o che say o say ye chia me hene wa Ghana mrase begwem suma na Kingsford Bagben oni hu kwan se semrase begwafo edi tutrasa na se won nye nema e wo se wo ya obetwe won asa na so be suspend won wo ho na oni sa to me no then to me no
okay
kwa ma me face
e dey so na speaker ejina ya what dey say hye ne bai e dey ade because all kasa no wan kasa kwa obo boss standing orders ye mamra na dey e ka no eti wan kasa kwa eti dey no say tie mensa bosu say bia woni ne nya adwen was standing orders na fine let's see but say wo kasa
oni eya
oni sai na
but Matisa Vincent Asafo so na ma say as a secondary school no mo no
echo
was wine
echo visitors afwa
na samu ni secondary school an wasam da secondary school kwada suban adi wo mrahye be
anake nagate
because ankwade we ye Accra Academy for dan hwe de omo ye nya de wo sa na wo ye mpi no betimi akotu no fu say akwada de wo ye enye
Jerry Ahmed so mo ma do agiri anodom pre
wo ye mpanyimfo
anodom pre
and what say mo ye we ni aka anu na dispatch so ka ho asem na ba kwa different e wo mu ni say president mama say say Lisa de ma manfo binim e wo kanea ban bre so a no mo ye galami say wo ngurem kwaye mu ni ade ni nyina no ye betwam kora wie
Abanyo mark in Lisa nenam 99 years.
99 say ko wan nka ho
eno nye galase asase.
So de koya de
asase. Asase o.
Kwame asase bi asase.
Ena osanso wo dan tetrete kese a swimming pool ni bibia wo. Oso ono wo ye fie wura o. Wo han dan. Abanyo. Oso ono wo si dan fan show bi say oni akono na asie. Odi o kano kre.
Ono na asi na de.
O dan o japade ono na asie.
99 no me si on fa one nka na mma no na 100 ni enko.
We da say agria ena face akra ko vida ako. O man ne betra say bono nkro bebe ye ni honorable Kwame Gagbe, member of Parliament ma de wo ketam pesua so. Osabre ye mana disia ye mana ntete encheche papa o mu hia e wo sukuu mu encheche snonko one is our record e wo let's talk preschool elementary Madam Time Bomb Madam Time Bomb I crowd ye ne ne baba twetwe nkomo asabi huni ya no pay de bi hui na aba bitrim ya na e wo bitrim e bia free man no de kam e jira asabi hu nshira asabi mi hu mpega bi asabi hu mi hu nkosuo bi asa mesa so hu sika bi hey I should smoke inside. Good to see you, Madam Time Bomb. The baby have got here.
Good to see you too. Good to see you too.
Good to see you too.
Yes.
I
tell you, Kwame, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to DwaboAse.
That's what so I said in a way.
I was going to ask that personally. Good morning to you. I hope they be able to. Kwame Minkah check if you like to talk educational consults. Na mede aba anepe. Dame ya na dada no. It's morning. It's time for education. Na ohia there you bet you because mommy used the more opportunity. Na me appreciate parents. I work from me personally. What am I say? Now, I appreciate the way your baby when you want more from Maria with fear.
Wow.
And it is really benefiting them. And they see that the future is very good for them personally.
Solid.
It's a personally no a good mahona. That means out there no or bekoho.
Sure.
Because when a child is happy, the parent is happy. It goes to the workplace. You get it.
Or the society.
Good. And it gets to the society, Ghana, and then out there. So thank you to every parent. And when I say they would say, not worrying accordingly. And if I mention SST, Grandpa, mention Reverend Field Kuma Charles Amputee, when I mention one for Mrs. Edith Amputee. Come.
Yes, madam.
Let's talk educational consultants. They are still doing admissions.
Okay.
Into say a battle now by the 6 months. I bet do Baba.
6 months I could see in fear back. We may you
see
infinity.
Yeah. yes, but from my way the 6 months to 6 years. But admissions, 6 months to 2 years. At most 2.5. Saturday. Because Kwame obi kana asem say ebro na fa na enwa na ndua eya mote inti says afana bantem mahena inti no so a bit different. Now the reason why I NG 3 years and above for admission in your day what they will go through from INDEC to Montessori to here personally my as a home my family one development before I front be do 4 na ordinary ban na be my way do no oba elbekechi amayen from no. That's why we have Saturday school. The more from we try to put them together Saturday and build them until they meet. Then you want them to join it, they can join. 6 months.
Musomuku na mwankasa matete na a build the foundation na be ye mwankasa mo dia.
Sure.
Oh, I like that.
That's
but we didn't feel na what baby or baby.
Yes, the foundation 70% no call. and when a child is 4 years, character be how I build. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to take. Menkade adreno. Adreno is whether we like it or not. Or the 80% develops at the age of 3, 4 going. Between 3 and 5, you know. But actually adreno 25 years and sana wa never pay no why king. So that will be a way we university.
Sure.
That's why I have after university work and all that. The investor education will give you the platform to go and work out there. But then you have 6 months to 2.5 years for admission.
More fire.
Yeah. Kwame, let's talk educational consultation in Ngwa Estates. You manage Kuku Municipal Assembly on the Mango Street. A whole and a year war. Na by the timber farmer with INDEC and Montessori education program. Now, may I my education or a little beyond my usual classroom. In Taban about to them, but someone was the Legos in Kitingeti was a Shishenyama. Don't think that they are just playing. We are doing what we call a bit of engineering there. Say, yes, tall buildings, yes, cars, yes, the trucks and wheels and other kahono. Now you explore and mamma from one brains, and then critical thinking too will be working in there. That's what we do. You train the teachers and so a church never that chamber from Wazy or 0 to 3, another 3 to 6. Eba I'll take her. You bet sure.
But one of me will question me. Me a churchini and Nanu Yana me a year into a social school, senior high school. My child or private school be. Me mean quite a church for school be, but my child, make my virginity and maybe one more.
Sure, Kwame, you can. And you have to. You know why?
You have to.
Yeah, you have to. Because there's a skill needed in training kids. There's a skill needed in teaching and impacting. For that child will say that, oh, I have the knowledge, I've explored, I can take care of kids, I can take care of them. But in what sense? It's a mature, let's say, if I'm taking a child through a topic, I'm teaching them leaves. What type of leaves am I teaching them? Why should I teach them that leaves? They should be familiar with certain leaves and sana. Ozi cassava banchi, ozi contombre, ozi lettuce. Until that on the machichemo or your leaves, all right, but on your leaves be akeke.
That's right.
On your mango, it be a waste plant. Into now on your mango, the cherry leaves are obey mango leaves. So that a teacher the minion and there's a bunch of that to name him. More to identify a one on the we call something the 3-period lesson. 3-period lesson nature there. As a corner better friend, this is the Madi. I did amateur with this is. And the other day, this is a phone. This is a phone. You are showing the child. Now, after showing the child this is a phone, the child might be able to tell you what it is. And now the obitum or child after this is no abazibium. What is this? Into our babies are from what is this? Then the child will tell you this is a phone. Then after that, you ask the child, show me. On what you are not pointing anything. So the child's intelligence after listening through everything should be able to show you the phone and on then they will pick it. This is yeah, so thank you. Wow. And to know that person, in as much as with the passion and interest for kids, will still need teaching.
Honestly, I've engaged a number of them. More dreams. I'm granted to hear say, and one say, when you are betting at them now.
You see, Kwame, you see that thing. You see, that is it. But Afroban entity is different. That is why some of my professors will tell you, on to me and bring it down. Because it takes a lot to talk, understand them, behave like them, and work with them. Saturday. But when our lecturers, who are the professors, they come in, they teach us, they talk. Because on our class, the mind, your mind should take it. That's what we call a master's and our PhD. A lecture in the classroom on chair. Because on there's a foundation to more to do a block no see. To also for bitter, made to have for cement need to work and good. But this is a child where manana ebe fitso. Ebe chicha him na cement emergency afeto and san enya. And san enya size is betra block no and san de sido. Come on easy. It's important. So you quickly let me
go ahead. Go ahead.
Mami Faye Shawan Tentama Sana, who producer Wabasak Bifiade. Probably this morning I wanted to draw our attention to something Plotach said. Also there, the mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be lighted.
Wow.
The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be lighted. Into no, a vessel is one airfill. Thank you. But so what are there a fire to be lighted? Meaning that subject of my main for your name
Muchia.
In fine example. Another even tanker. Yes, why you put? That's why I said something, because normally it affects people, they get bent and all that. So just imagine you are getting a child's brain to boom like that.
Wow.
It means that there are things you have to spark in there. And Kwame, we still need to work on our early childhood curriculum. You get it? We have to really work on it. And to say we are resetting, let's say reset, but education, especially early childhood education. The resetting should go there. Kwame, very, very important. The reason being that if we don't reset that, affecting, and it is affecting us.
The current structure name what?
Wow. Waka kakra, waka bebre, waka kakra de kahu. We shouldn't do the ones that will make it easy for us to sail through, but the one that will be a challenge for us. You get the Bayekatan classroom, your day, not sail through. The one that will give us a challenge. When you go to Japan, when the early childhood curriculum, it's interesting and it will amaze you. Over the Christmas season and all that, colleagues of mine who have traveled were relocated because of job, engineering and other stuff, have their kids schooling. And these kids are between 4 and 6 years. And coming, when early childhood education, when they come home with assignment, your child will have to skipping. Although exercise now record, I would have already reading and other things. Yes, projects and other things.
Skipping.
Yes, I'm doing here. But it's an exercise. Why? Because our friend about school, no, we both see how exercise and as a okofia that hours in the house and on your frame. So if the child is skipping for, let's say, 2 minutes and now 3 minutes in part, it's a whole exercise for the whole body and for the brain to be active as they go to sleep, so they can prep for tomorrow. Skipping keke. Now the reading aspect also is an engagement for you, the child, the parents and the teacher. To tell me that and now when you're homework and function bag you engage with your child. Now the Japan curriculum has it in a way that talk time. And yes, a circle time. There is project-based learning and job training for early childhood education, where you have to learn how to prepare ice cream as a job. I want to ice cream. On a job training, you have to visit the ice cream seller. So they appreciate things from the ground and sana wa hits.
Abstract.
We need to find a way to reset. And I mean, I'm going to mean to me yet. My 1,000. I'm going to 1,000 and I met her. But I know I have people who listen and want to come on board. So this year, there is an agenda on my mind and a project we want to work on, which is early childhood education for rural areas. And so ma put in the rural early childhood teacher, because they are losing out a lot. Even here now, so if you are on board in any educational aspects there, if you are retired, or no matter what you are doing, get on board with me. Now you start to put my plan skeleton is order. But what can you want over board? And see, 1 hour overboard and 1 month cook out there, whether you like it or not, you are part. This one is part. Your producer is already part, whether he likes it or not. And so come, we'll find time and look at this Japan curriculum thing and all that. But this morning, I want to appreciate the parents. Very, very important. Visitors at Let's Talk. All I came to say is that Adriano, on your vessel, feel we need to. It's a fire. We need to spark. And sparking that child's brain will push what we have to do. So we don't say this thing. No, I've probably been waiting 10 years with China. We are proud to say it, but we don't want to encourage our kids to go through. Last but not least, there is a new program coming on board.
That's right.
By me.
And then I was
Fridays, Feed Ghana. It's a great program. And I want the public to know that Nyame Adum on Fridays between 2 to 3. Now that my manager Mugabe I'm go ahead. 2 to 3 on Fridays. You better talk about our Greek. And Kwame, there's a lot. There's the scary aspect. There's the innovative aspect.
Exciting aspect.
And there's the exciting aspect.
Yes.
And there's the job creation aspect
I like
too.
that.
And Minfa Bibia, there's an email address, feedghana2 feedghana2@gmail.com.
feedghana2@gmail.com.
If you want to send me anything, send it through that mail.
Questions,
contributions, everything, send it there.
Problems for
including your producer.
On a Greek.
So call me on 0249069821. 0249069821. Kwame, thank you very much. Let's talk educational cause. Catch you under one visiting with Eshinungwa Estate. Yebele Kuku Municipal Assembly. I love you.
I love you too. Madam Time Bomb. On visiting Let's Talk Educational Consult. Na ye mano ya ntofa pempapa momo ebe o madisue mo muntitie mu enchechero mu hia ebe boa mo ma ye mpanimpa. Oh yes, papemne dia wose yeto enisi yetoto na sekra. Number ni bi 0249069821. Kaine hunu se Haxa mixture ne capsules. Ye ba be di won komo pa de Dr. Hakaba. Edia dia mano no. Ofri Hack Healthcare. Dr. Hack. Haxa mixture ne capsules. Yeah, also time for no. Also tia droya na ne yam hye no. Also tia droya no odwane. Also tia droya no owu ani. Yeah. Also ya the body Dr. Becca Jose. And no man na ya na be gyina obo na obo se ukọ ne bia na moja ne dia afra no. Ene se dia ya no ofu aye kapu no doc. Eno ani o se yo ya the bone. Anu aduane Haxa mixture and Haxa capsules. Dr. Hack akwaba.
Mpacha me Joseph boss.
Bibia boko de.
Onyame adom boko.
Dr. Hack here. Na etu yesi wani mu die. Osa tie no adwane o.
Adwane gidi. Osa tanfo kese pa.
Osa tanfo kese pa no. Haxa mixture and capsules.
Yeah.
You capsule no ba ko tie ne hwese de sitie. You bia so na ya hwese de sitie na. Obi amra Facebook power 979. And a Facebook TV SYZ Ghana.
Say na fire na sa capsules in the city. Ono ko ade a osa ne be dwane.
Na no say na be no be no mbako mienu miensa. Say
mpacha obenom mienu anopa.
Mienu anopa.
Mienu awia.
Mienu awia.
Na mienu anwumre.
Na mienu anwumre.
Mpacha wane.
Hey, na no how many days na was onom?
We know the at least enkosi be 4 days there na one more capsules no.
4 days one more. Na by 4 days the minimum nwie no. Edi na besi.
Na o osa ne se dey city bia no. We yefunu ye o ya said den sem from agina we yem said den. Obo ano ehyehye wo wachi ye o ya. Unom ne said den. Se dey city bia no nom ya.
Doc wo se ne city bia.
Se dey city bia. Wow. O dey hia ne so be no maduru ni mienu nyina bom.
Okay.
At a time enti yenhwe inso die no so.
Yesu no so. Doc obi so. All ade na ye de akata adaka na no. Ade kokko obi no. Me bia wo koto a. Hwe no. Sa de kokko no eni ho a. Ye de kata box no so na nye no ano no. It way Haxa mixture.
Mixture no so se ne 60.
Esa so obonsua. Bonsua kitikiti bi.
Sa pepe. Enti enso so be hwe mienu anopa. Mienu awia. Na mienu anwumre.
Na woni also ni bia utimi no.
Bacho da bi.
Okay.
Woni bi dia wontimi no. We enye vaccine na waka se wonnom abo atwe. Abo ho ban afiri osa ho. Ni mo wanya osa ne dia. Wode de hia no so be nom ni mienu nyina abom.
Yeah.
Wonum mienu nyina abom nko ade a. Se ne osa ni mfi dodo bia edi bia no. Ho beto.
Enkare no twaso.
Bacha me dase. Enti senia ya gikan. Sa pepe. Senia ya dikan edi ho adanse a kire wo no. Wodi a wo hia ne Haxa capsules ene mixture no. Eno na ebetumi ama o osa no senia sitie bia no. Ebe free wo so akonti me dikan bobo symptoms bi kire wo se so yefunu no mu ye wo ya. From monsu gina we am we from aboni de bia no from hodo na we na enye wo mi say we de na mom de ne de aye moroso obo ano hyehyew afi obo ankasa ne titiri pa no hwe wo tokro na da no fontam na enso so emu na ankasa ye wo ya afi wachi nso ye wo ya omfe na ankasa nso twetwe wo ye especially say wo feel say wo yam no ye wo ya wadura wo hia na Haxa capsules Haxa mixture osa tamfo aduro no nti ye na ye TV so ne hu se nia esiti efe pa nti okwai wo se ya na so hwe se obeji aduro bi anom ye na ye radio so no so ehye box green mu kama fefe pa na ye funkuro no eda ho na ye atwere osa tamfo agu ho nti de so wo de wokọ na se pharmacist na ye ho no wo se obi aduro ne bo na ye wo den a wo de ka se ope osatamfo o kan osatamfo no kon de pharmacist no be hu na o de adre bi ama na se ba bi a obekon so ebi nu ho so a o de try so obehwe so obenya ebi ato na etumi ama wanom bi a be ma ho ato wiye na se ebi nu ho sa so a na mu de obehia so obeji ye numbers ya mbe boboi nto frɛ numbers no so a ba bi a wo bi a na ye delivery so wo Kumase so wa Accra ha so wo Sunyane so wo Techima se ba bi a wo bi a o manga na mu nko ade wo frɛ ye na ye de adre bi ebebro mo so wanom mo nya pomde number na 0240 0240 238310 0240 238310 anasa 0203 822 855 0203 822 855 yeah numbers e di dwuma no nti so open dodo so to aton a numbers ya mabo ya so na obefrɛ then wagye adre bi anom na atumi ama afoforo nso abeto bi na so wanya osika frim na afoforo nso so enya apomeden soronko na se ka osa no ho asema na osa na nkasa no ye wona ahodo na ba bi e beto no na e beto din nti ye wode a eto ominimu baby a udidi a efa de koto yefunu no mo no efani esophagus na eno no yefani esophageal ulcer ene odia eto yefunu no na yefani gastric ulcer na ye odia efre peptic ulcer eno ye de eto yefunu no eto onsuno no mo
eno na very common no ene peptic ulcer no
sa pepe eno no so yapa if you say eno ato yefunu no mo eno so ato nsuno no mo nti eno na ya sometimes eno kwa di yefunu dwane ye no yefunu mu ankasa ya udidi a na problem wo ho unya didi ye so akwamde o kakran so a na oho
bien na ma ukọ ya ne bia empredo do no
eno no de nyina betumi akọ so that eno no nyina no etitiru pa
na so piu na asa enye bebre o
sa pepe na eno no normally na ya na de etume de ba no titiru pa na ye bacterial infection H pylori no eno no normally every gastrointestinal tract eno no we baby ye funu ba fi a unumadua o menaduane ya kwa koto ye funu no ana every enteric fever na ye yare wa hodo a affect ye gastrointestinal tract no eno no so bia no de diarrhea na nam
because the eke ye nche mu nchamanfo e ka wa ho utu sade ne de pa uduru a beti na pio asa
di se de it is a bit and I'm saying enteric fever no ana e ka enteric fever e nyarewa hodo bi no ho no ma affect your gastrointestinal tract na eno no yo malaria basa na typhoid na cholera na ni nyina no so etume de sa diarrhea ye ka ho asemi de ba enti se obi a wo sa na infection H pylori na de ba ya wo de wadura obehia ebetumi ajew ene haxa capsules ene haxa mixture no na eno no eba mo no eba ebetena wo stomach lining no mu na stomach lining na ebetena mu no ena mo no bono ntoko ana se di enkro no eba yefunu no mu ana se eba nsono no mu ene ye odi a certain painkillers wo no ma wonom so a etumi ede eba eno no set sa painkillers no ye dia onom cha enam so wanom ache ne nti ewo niam bi a yefunu no se na de bi ameba meka ho asem no yefunu ye obi befe bi mu course eno na ebo yefunu no ho ban ebo yefunu no ho ban se acid na ewo yefunu no mu na eyam aduane no embe bebre wo stomach lining enti se edu ba bi na sa painkillers na wonom no esi eho okwan sa amaman no anase mu course no esi ho kwan se be produce bebre enti na ama acid no abe bebre wo yefunu no mu na afi edi ekro no aba
well my number no na baby e betime nya nre bi ato
enti se obi a wa wutie ya na se wo hwe no se unya symptoms ya mbebo so ya wo yefunu no mu eye wo ya mframa ejina wo yem obo anu ankasa hyehyew wachi nso so eye wo ya afen nso so na utipae wo nso a enam se wuntumi ndidi ye ne ntina ama osote afe umoja no so krampo akofema wadura wo hia ebetumi ajewo haxa capsules haxa mixture osa tamfo aduro no eno na obetumi anoma ebe bo ama wo osa na se ne site bia no afiri wo so akọ enti brabaji aduro bi haxa capsules haxa mixture osa tamfo aduro no na anom bi na entumi ema ohunto na ye numbers edidi dwuma no ye 0240 0240 238310 0240 238310 and I say 0203 822 855 0203 822 855. Your meame ahodo bebre ho so akwa obenya adre bi ato enti Madina akwa Randy Pharmacy bi ho na Queen Bubune no so e wo Madina ho a enso kwa obenya adre bi
and a Cat Pharmacy in so Medina
enso obenya adre bi ato
Little George Health Shop Tema Community 2 PVOB roundabout in Chemo and a Jucard Pharmacy Jucard and it's what Kaswa
yeah okwa sa me ahodo boso nyina no obenya bi
baba ma reviso kan she drag lane so repass ne Hello Seba no o consult
sabeka adre bi ato nti nyina ne se obepeke e numbers na se me bia ya bobo boso na e bia ode on men ho na se ode opeso hu se ba bia ye keka e bia e bi adro no bi wo me ya bia obetumi anya bi ato a ode frɛ numbers ana se opese ye delivery so ama wa numbers ya 0240 0240 23 8310 and I say 0203 822 855. Your numbers and two friend baby I will be ano e de rebebro open do don so to aton e de bebro na one ama fofron so abagibi ano mama omanya apomden oni pedua ne mo.
Dr. Hack, me as always so many nyina ba betena na wunti wadawrma wo Hacksa mixture and then the capsules are dorma ye ba betena se na ye di o man nkomo what I say o se Hacksa mixture ne capsules no o yawa also de ba na no netu ase and o man no so tena se o yawa ye fam so man no ye nkomo didie mu a ne de ide ye de tu ase mo mo hwe o TVSYZ ye dan ho aba fi se Honorable Kwame Gakpe member of Parliament ma de she o keta embeso so ha ono an ye ne ba be di nkomo de na no esi o mra so badwafie ne speaker aye ne ebi mo ka e dia fa ho na fe jo ma appointment no so far Honorable Gakpe Kwame e obi ka fa ho ye be sie Yenya Tenase live or TVXYZ and that so Power 97.9. Honorable Kwame Gakbe, the member of Parliament for Keta constituency. On an ordinary day, look, the things I know about him. On an ordinary day, one tenekasa. No, one tenekasa. No, what the TV no, so what the bra TV no. What the TV no. What Facebook honorable. What the new Diana. Oh, when is a walkasa? No, he's a quiet person. But I dear but trigger honorable. I'm gonna call to the extent of say table is see why you the juma. Obi maso honorable say no. Me ma maso say no. Dear but trigger no. A whole na me wonder say honorable mpeka say na ye den. Well, I was here honorable very much man akwabe. Na no mra say be vie nkomo ya na eguso aye die. Honorable that to say.
What on I must say.
Yamina Daruma. Yes, you could. It's a long time. Happy New Year.
To your listeners, your viewers, as well as the staffs.
Yes.
It's a lot. The whole of this year I haven't seen you guys.
David.
I mean, Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. And Happy New Year to you too. Yes. Get that to say. You more get down come on, sana. Yabam with the fee.
Get that, yeah. I mean, everything is fine. For now, we haven't heard anything concerning tidal waves as I speak to, because that's our major problem. Tidal waves. So, I mean, as we are in government, I mean, it's one thing we are going to pursue so that the sea defense project, and then I'm also going to look through, last in the 8th Parliament. World Bank have approved $150 million for coastal development for Walker projects.
Walker near the
Walker is a coastal West Africa coastal resilient project. It's funded by World Bank. And then that fund have been approved on the floor of Parliament. So I'll follow up and see.
I mean, what kind of it's in
for
sea development,
sea defense
development.
Yes, they call it resilient project. How much you be Gambia? How much you be Togo? Any Benin?
Ghana and Sakano. And then I'm cross over.
Debbie.
Yes,
and then also it's like a reclamation of land. They will claim land as well as put sea defense wall. So they reclaim, and those land can be used for tourism, they can use for coconut plantation, they can use for tourist attraction, they can use for building and all that. So Uko Togo and Benin, Omaye. So that is a type of project Ghana is supposed to do. But now, as I speak to you,
as you in a bed done and as a bednam SAR project will come to fruition. I mean, which of the ministries no now?
That's under the Minister of Works and Housing.
Works and Housing.
Yes. So
and you're looking forward to meeting the minister.
Yes.
What kind of?
Yes. Because there is a previous government, so I would like to know how far that project is ongoing, and then also make sure. I mean, we redeem our image in terms of that.
Yeah, but yeah, because you know, I mean, yes, February can see. But the answer to does it leave you in some kind of fear?
Yes, I have not been sleeping because when it happens like that, our dear constituents, they suffer. At the end of the day, people's livelihood. I mean. People who are going to small businesses. Can you imagine your mother smoked fish and then it's the following day you're supposed to send it to market? All of a sudden, you are sleeping nicely. All of a sudden, I mean, your room, seawater have taken over everywhere.
Wow.
And then you have to even run for your survival.
Wow.
I mean, everything is gone. Property, everything. People's building, people's businesses. Beaches that we know in Qatar today, when you go to Aborigine and see there's no Aborigine beach anymore.
Wow.
It's gone. A lot of houses have gone into the sea. So for us it is very crucial.
Do you see the Mahama administration say or prioritizing this area? And I'm saying this because Ebra is see wa bandadano apensono. President Mahama be donations a whole can send P. In fact, one year campaign, more can send the found. Do you see Mahama administration say President Nano prioritizes our project with.
He will do it. I have strong belief in Bahama, and he will do it. He will deliver.
And Kasa.
How we are barely 3 weeks into the government, but look at the issues and then unfolding announcement. Setting up government, the fastest so far.
Yeah.
So the president, when you look at the rating from the research, that's the outcome of research.
Yeah.
The
Global Info Analytics approval ratings
is over 80%. So we are on course.
Okay.
And we have no doubt President Mahama will deliver. And then it's a president that will leave legacy forever for us. So I believe in him, and then we will surely do it.
And the rains will not wait.
They are not preparing the budget. So it's a process. And then the whole. And over 700 billion cities. So you can imagine the whole that is there. And then it is now Ghanaians are going to see the true state of our economy. So we should wait and relax.
Okay.
And then Honorable Atufosun, the finance minister, will surely come to Parliament and actually brief the whole country and see how the state in which we are, so that everybody will address he or himself about what is transpiring in the country.
Honorable Kwame Gakpe, and look, may know as practical as I can. Mr. MC, I'm off a video no and to TV no. So many honorable share video. What can I found? Me must question. Can you person found?
No, this video you see. Me only say first of all, I would like to use the opportunity to actually apologize to the good people of Ghana. Members of Parliament. This is not the kind of behavior we should be exhibiting. But it is the day and its events. So our sincere apology.
Upon seeing yourself pushing the table,
yes,
insisting that table no,
it is a duty when you go to in the constitution. It is a duty of every citizen in Ghana to protect, preserve the property of the state. And some of it, that's exactly what we are doing, because you are in minority. In fact, micro minority. But in Parliament, minority must have their voice. So it's necessary to hear them.
Yeah.
And then the majority also, you hear them, and then decision is taken.
Yeah.
Because it's a game of numbers, and we have 2/3 of Parliament, and then super majority.
That's right.
So we have no fear about anything. Even the vetting of the ministers, if need be, we go to the floor. When it comes to voting, we win. So no cause for alarm. But when you have a program, for instance, you have a program for the week, because of the issues, it's in the morning. They dealt with it in the morning. So the subsequent hours supposed to be used for vetting.
That's right.
But the committee decided not to do any work that day. So you have program people on that day, and then the following day, Wednesday, you have also program people. So now it's pile up. And then, in this, our vetting process, the designated potential ministers who are actually designated to actually man our various ministries have brought our chiefs, revere chiefs.
And as a matter of fact, timetable now the Babonte, not every vetting be on that day, Max Kedo Sebe take an hour.
Yes.
An hour each.
Yes. So our revere chiefs are there, and then some revere queen mothers, as well as some guests, invited guests by the nominees.
Yeah.
They follow the nominees, accompany the nominees to the vetting. Can you imagine that day, because of that incident, some people came from, let's say, look at Honorable Kujeto Black. People came all the way from North. Look at Honorable Akando.
Yeah.
People came from all the way from Western North.
Yeah.
Bia. And then you have to, and they are not like 2 or 3. Some are into 30, 50
groups. Yeah.
Group, and the chiefs. Now all of a sudden the vetting is not coming on. You can imagine the financial implication. You have to find accommodation for people. You have to feed them. You have to take care of them before they are TNT and all that.
But not minority in reason here, no so mambre.
No, their reason is because they are only ready to do only 4. They are not being considerate to look at the rippling effect of the following day.
No. But is it about being considerate? And come up by na money omudi because answer
no. It is clear that rollover. The rollover will also will kickstart. So you will be doing today's vetting.
It is clear in what terms?
Yes. Yes.
I'm on Majiatu.
Whether Omajiatu they have no option.
Was Abanyo marking in that meeting?
Yes, they are in the meeting. They are in the meeting discuss about that. So at the end of the day, we are in majority. We are in power, and we have quorum to even transact any vetting without being there.
Yeah.
Are you getting the
Sure.
But it is only fair that you balance the issues. They are recognized. They also participate and ask the relevant questions. Are you getting the point? So without them, vetting can go on. We can approve the ministers because in the committee is about the membership of the committee is like 11 people. Are you getting? And then the sector, the relevant sector coordinators or rep. So in the committee you have 11, and we are 7. They are 3. Are you getting the point? We are 7. They are 4. And then the rep from various sector people who will also be joining the committee are also part of the committee, making 15.
Yeah.
Are you getting the point? So when you look at our standing order, you see that when you look at order 102 and order 104, that article 102 and article 104, it is clear, stipulated that the quorum for any parliament is 1/3. So you know every committee is an extension of parliament. So when you translate that into quorum, is out of 15 is 5. Are you getting the point? 5. And then we have 2 sector rep as well as 7. So 7 plus 2 is what? Is it not 9?
9, yes.
So we have. So at that point, 5 members who are 5 people who are members of the committee can form a quorum.
It almost sorry.
So after they vetted about 5 people, Honorable Okujeto was written to earlier on to that day they will be vetting him.
So was
Minkah. Yes. So nobody have communicated back or written to them about the vetting will not be coming on.
Yeah.
Are you getting the point? So
they entered.
Yeah, they entered. So it's not like they smuggled them. I mean, they are doing something untoward, because it was officially Parliament invited them to participate in the vetting. So that is it. So when they finish, what I realized that they have pegged Honorable Okujeto because of his aura and other issues and things he have been saying. So they mean, in the quote, they mean Honorable Okujeto.
Is it something you know?
Yes.
As a matter
yes,
of fact?
because they say they will show among them. They will say,
Why in the council?
Oh, that's it. Oh, I mean, I heard from another Prenku, and they said that. I mean, we are all there, so they will agree. As I feel, I thought we will agree who. Then they went after the 5th person was vetted, and then they realized that they say they are tired, so they are not going to continue.
Okay, it is that time when
this time, when the next nominee, Honorable Kando, was about to take the oath, so that we continue the vetting, and they are insisting that they will not allow the vetting to go on because they are tired, they want to go. So in the reals, I mean, in all, to be sincere to you, if you are tired, you don't want to continue, you can leave, you can walk out.
Why didn't they leave?
No, they feel that if they leave, we will continue the vetting, so they will not allow the vetting also to proceed. Because we have the numbers, we have the quorum to carry on with the business, but because they are not going to, they don't feel like participating, they will not allow majority also to continue the vetting. One of the strategy I have foreseen and then they are adopting is to use what we call disruptive tactics. It's part of politics. To anything in chamber you disrupt, in a committee meeting you disrupt, because there are only 4 on the committee. So 4 against 7, we are more than them in terms of strength. But the only way they can sustain and make sure the vetting couldn't come on.
It's
Is to
disrupt.
draft, and that's a strategy they adopt.
Why in the catch of someone form and cut table?
The leader, and then another started it and followed by the leader. He was not involved, but moral support.
Support.
You will see Jerry Shaibu, and then you saw Jerry Shaibu, Anodompre, and then this guy, Minister for Youth and Sport, former minister, and then Abefi, former Tampoli, former minister for transport.
Yeah.
We're all there. I mean, are you getting them? These are Anodompre and Jerry Ahmed was the one who started this issue. They lifted even table. They lifted chairs to put on the table.
Okay, where MP Nasem now can it on the D can pay
yes.
table. No?
Yes, and then we are also saying that this is a state property. We can't allow them.
And he acted on whose order?
Oh, he's a leader. He's also a leader. You don't know.
It's on one the minimum.
Yeah, it's a team. It's a teamwork.
On one the free
because the team is from all of them. The leadership. It's from all the. There is a leadership.
Mr. Sen and don't break us. Muntu two table.
Yes, he said it is clear. Everybody saw it. I mean, so they started. So it's a disruptive strategy, and then at the end of the day, doing that, they succeed in actually making us not to continue the vetting.
But you found one by one. It's Mahama Yariga Bemono. More leader, majority leader. Now I said, Omonya Day.
No, at the time, Honorable Mahama Yariga came to the because. He was not a member of the vetting committee, but as far as we are concerned, he's a leader. So everything happened. Leadership must take decisions. So he heard of it and came to the committee meeting, the room, the venue, and then at the end of the day, at that time, I mean, properties have been the mic, the table, one of the tables, I mean, destroyed. I mean, so at that moment, the technical people who supposed to be there to even fix other mics for us to continue the vetting have closed. And so at that point, the decision is that the vetting cannot come on. And then at the end of the day, the minority have actually successfully executed their plan and they have destroyed some properties. And I mean, so at the end of the day, proceedings cannot go on. So Honorable Ayariga came in to intervene to plead for all sides to allow calm, to maintain calm, and then admonish everybody that at the end of the day nothing can go on. So
in all this, you will say a Drew baby. Would you can read? You will say Honorable Roxanne.
Yeah, when they are about to, at that time they wanted to start the disruption, and then they said we are not going to allow us to continue the vetting. And then Honorable Nelson Dapamakbo is now our chief whip. And you also came out, no way, you can't stop us from doing our legally and constitutional work. So you can't stop us from doing our work as a majority. At that moment, that is why they feel that if they leave, we will have our way. So the only way to stop us to disrupt and then.
Why not Sonatadium?
That was the
former MPA boss,
yeah,
Tampoli. It's in a pipe.
It's not really, but it was, confrontation. And I would say it as an assault. It's an assault.
An assault on who?
On Honorable Dapamakbo.
And Honorable decided to defend himself.
Yes, also. So that is why the authentication came, and then he also have to react. That is the reason why, in the wisdom of the speaker, he feels they are leaders, and that is why he was also roped into the suspension of the 2 weeks.
Honorable Sam George said Dafia Mekwe a victim.
Yes, he's a victim.
One kafra.
Yes, he's a victim. Yes, because he's not the one who started. He is in majority. This is our chief whip. We are doing the work was going on smoothly. You see, the only thing in the standing order also, the ranking member have unlimited time to ask questions. So you can continue to ask questions every 3 days, 4 days. And then you know the line of question. And then people are blaming. I don't blame Honorable Afenjimaki because he's going through it's a rule.
Yeah.
The rules of the engagement is going
unlimited
through that.
Time.
Yes. So he's also using, and then when you are in opposition, you also want to please your base. So he was doing it to please their base politics. But where the violence came, that's where I have problem with. I don't have problem. You can ask questions to continue to do it. Our people are resilient and they are capable of handling any question that they can ask. And then, but I feel that the platform is being used to actually score political point in terms of revenge.
How so? Chairman, my instance is a chess.
Yes, because when you are asking questions, somebody
what's a political grandstanding?
Yes, because it's a way of actually maybe revenging that during the time we were in opposition, the people who are firebrand were able to delve into affairs, talk to people, say things that are factual, but the language they use, some of them are tough. So it resonates with the grassroots to take them out of power. So it is time now. We are now in power, so they are going to be a minister. So it's time to.
But you know, so when your first time abuse, also.
Oh yeah,
yes. Only 50 quid.
Yeah, 3 days. It was 3 days.
They had essentially.
Yes, but you know, that is why they are time, and then you know, the first deputy speaker, this guy, the former. Former DVLA. This is what is it?
Edina escape because about the council.
And then you know he will not allow that. You know he will cut you, he will truncate your question. You know the Joais. You know Joais. Joais will truncate you. And then because he have the power, and then he can overrule you. And then but our chairman, because he's a lawyer, and then diplomacy, he's guided by the orders and guided. That's what people.
But is it helping? Yeah. Me come and talk. But we didn't talk a video not to. And talk on this when you're not honorable here for. Right honorable here for 2D.
Yes, at that moment.
And why a mobile one was?
Yes, so at that moment, what do you expect him to do? What do you expect him to do? Because he want to continue the vetting. The people saying they do not allow, and he's the chairman. So he took the leader, Anaba Yarga, to come in. He's a neutral person to come in. Are you getting the point? Because he was the chair, and then they don't want to allow him to do his work, and that is why it's a strategy they adopted, and the strategy have actually, they have achieved their aim. But the only option is that properties were destroyed. That is where the problem is. Are you getting the point?
Speaker so now the abano. I'm out for Kawansa. For instance, one or more minority. Matese Vincent Asafo number be also. I said ye sukua speaker no all treaty at said ye on the headmaster. Mateo Nobo say Mensa Bunswa or say speaker no Nasotriano is not grounded in law. Mate Kujo Pon Krumo also can something similar. Speaker no way fair.
Yes, so when you look at the order we have, when you look at order, you look at our orders, there is disorderliness as part of, and the speaker can apply. It's like if you are a member of parliament, you misbehave at the president of parliament, the speaker have the right to suspend you. But if you misbehave outside the parliament as a member of parliament, they will refer you to the Committee of Privileges. And as we speak, Committee of Privileges are not in place. We are not forming. And when you look, all parliaments from March going before, the committees are formed. But this time, by the close of, we are in February.
Yeah, we are.
Within the mid-February, all committees will be out. So they are doing everything expeditiously. It's not like nobody is sleeping. Are you getting the point? So they are working on it. So in the absence of that, and then you know that when you look at order 5 or order 6 of our standing order, the speaker also have power where the provisions are not provided.
Discretionary power.
You have power to actually fill that gap. Are you getting the point? You have power to.
It is a privileges committee.
Yes, you have the power. It's like, for instance, somebody have embezzled money in the Power FM, and then you want to carry investigation. Don't you suspend the person so that he can interfere into everything? So they are putting a 7-member committee in place to investigate. Will you be there to interfere with them? So they have given you suspension so that they can do what? The proper investigation and come up with a result. And this one too is even in the criminal jurisprudence they do that, and criminal investigation they do that. Even in every work, civil servants are being suspended to do investigation. If you are not liable or you are not culpable, they reinstate you. They call you. Are you getting the point? But this one they say 2 weeks, and 2 weeks it means what? 10 days. I mean Saturdays, Sundays are normal. So. And they are not saying that it means you don't come to the chamber, you don't come to committee meeting. You can come to parliament, sit in your office, and do your administrative work. Are you getting the point? So, at that moment, even Speaker is serving as a father. So if issues of this nature they came up, the Speaker have to be what? Swift. And then the decision, whether legally or not legally, it brings some sanity to Parliament. And then the image of Parliament, at least, people feels that he has ascertained his authority. So that is fair.
Are you surprised, or say Chairman Sabosumo, raise the issue?
Yeah, they can raise it. They can raise it because, I mean, why not? If they feel the Speaker have no such audacity or authority, they should go to court. They believe in court, so they should go to court and actually test the law whether Speaker have that mandate or not. So for us, so far as I'm concerned, the Speaker have that mandate because he presides over everything in Parliament. So he can sit down aloof and sit down and life and properties are being destroyed. Then you keep on saying that because you are members of Parliament, the law have not provided that, the rule have not provided any sanction. So you go anyhow and then do things and expect the Speaker to be praising you or sit down. No, he must crack the whip, and that is it.
Or crack a whip to the sense that one bedroom pempen so be hand you over Ediama Pulse for no. Is that not an overstretch?
Oh no.
Yeah,
because damage to properties is a criminal issue. So he have instructed the clerk to Parliament to report officially to the criminal investigator, the police to do the needful. I mean, you know, Speaker have been in this Parliament for long.
Yeah.
He's one of the experienced people Ghana have produced, you know. And then he's an elderly person, he's a lawyer by profession. He knows what he's doing. And then when it comes to taking decisive decisions, he's a man you can't take for granted. So when people are talking, he knows what he's doing. Speaker is not a child. I mean, he's an old person who is an experienced politician, experienced parliamentarian who have been in Parliament for more than over 30 years. I mean, he knows what he's doing. So nobody should take Speaker for granted.
What's the end game? I mean, what you said
the end game is to bring sanity and discipline.
Will it work?
It will work. The sanity and then what? Bring some sanity.
Sabra minority makers what can
and then you know apart from sanity,
yeah,
it's also to protect the image of Parliament.
Yes.
Because it's a corporate institution. The corporate image should not be damaged.
Yeah.
So you must restore corporate image. You must restore discipline. Are you getting that? So far as you are members, we are members of Parliament. We are not above any law. We are not above the law. And then honorable members of Parliament should be setting example for the constituents, for the citizenry to follow.
I'm out for say DSC or on stretching to the sense of video no any year because it is not just the ya suspend you on deserve say yes suspend.
Yes, that is why. Yes, that is why. That is why they have set up what? They have set up committee to work on that. It's a decision of the committee. If the committee feels that those of us who are protecting property not to be damaged, we are also culpable, and then they should be suspended. So be it. To the best of our knowledge, we have done our constitutional duty to make sure property belongs to the state, which my taxpayers' money bought, will not go damaged. So we are fine with that. So if that is the decision of the Speaker, so be it. We have no qualms with the Speaker, but sanity must prevail. Image of Parliament must be restored. We should be respectful. We must protect the image of Parliament as well as the parliamentarian, and that is it.
Brad no okasa no can say me say political strategy minority na employ a disruptive strategy.
Yes.
Now me don't go back to Bra Parliament which has here.
Yes.
And as a time Parliament that ni wo no minority leader well then majority leader I can say woman no strategy woman dey ban say what come back one what come nyina. So with this in mind, you know, what you said they will go. I mean, Buama and normal consultancy said the Speaker.
Let me be truthful to you. In terms of numbers, they don't have numbers.
But also, they will come back.
You can be doing the.
You're from a mighty.
Yes, but you can do mighty, but you must know there are rules of engagement. There are rules, and our orders have rules, and the rule books is there. And then you know that for a parliamentarian to be named, even calling your name on the floor of Parliament, Speaker calling your name, it's a high punishment.
You're bolding.
Yes.
You're bolding or Kwambeso.
Like you are misbehaving.
Say, up in your mark and graduate, no. As low as you say.
It's huge in Parliament.
Yes,
it's a huge thing, but people don't see it.
The consequence near the
yes, even calling your name to your meaning you are misbehaving, you are not being doing something right. That is what Speaker mentioned.
But will the consequence
when yes, it's people look at
appreciate it in
that manner. Yeah, people. It depends. It's individual differences, and then in addition to that, doing that, if you misbehave, it is a. Speaker have the right. And the audacity to even call the marshal to walk you out of the chamber. It happened to the former Minister for Environment.
Yeah,
you remember the speaker got angry and then called marshal on him
to walk him out.
Yes. So you can't take that from speaker. He's a presiding officer.
Is that your way of telling us, sir? Disruption now, say,
Parliament. It's a strategy. It's a strategy, but it's not every day it's going to work. The only thing I will say that I will plead with our members of Parliament, the majority, the super majority, to be in the chamber. So when you are in the chamber, you are in your numbers. They can't do anything. But if you are not in the chamber, that's why they will use issues of quorum. You know, quorum at least is a decision. Quorum is half of the members of Parliament.
Yeah.
So if you are not half, are you getting the point? And they don't want to use their number to add. We should be present. Our presence should be filled in the chamber so that at the end of the day they can raise those issues. That's what we have to work on.
Have to work on. But I didn't think that why I didn't think that mobile ben we na say one rashe be feel no yana more absence no you feel it sir.
You know they are forming is a stage of formation of government, forming government. And then at the end of the day some ministers have been some ministers have been appointed from the members of Parliament.
We are 188.
Yes, 187.
87.
Yes, so some people have been nominated for ministerial appointment. Some deputy ministers will be nominated.
Will be.
So yeah, so you must know in politics, you know, lobbying is also part. So I feel some people are.
Why should your lobbying affect parliamentary business?
So it's an issue. So, but and then. It's a new place, and then you know we have a lot of new people also. They don't know the rudiment of Parliament. They don't know they are now learning. It's a process. It's a process. Parliamentary duty. It's a process.
Are you not making up excuses?
No, we are not making up excuses. You see, it's a learning process. It's not everything you know. It's a you can be Professor Emeritus. I mean, you can be the best surgeon. You can be the most knowledgeable person. But when you come to Parliament, you sit at the back. It's a process. Parliamentary proceedings, parliamentary practices, it's a learning. It's a learning process on its own. No matter how knowledgeable, you must learn.
But does that merit your being absent?
It's a beginning. So they will definitely be in the chamber. That's all that I can say. In the beginning of every year, a beginning of 1,000 miles journey starts with what?
A step.
Yes, so it's a step. So definitely, they are also seeing what is happening in the country. So, and everybody, our constituents are looking at.
But knowing very well, say, or minority or not, there be a person or disruptor are buying business.
That is why we are.
How do you absent yourself?
Yes, that is why
over say may lobby.
That is why, and then you know, people are new. They are just in from their constituents. Some don't have even people, nobody in Accra. Some have to look for accommodation. Some have to look at where they was. I mean, it's a beginning, you know. So there are a lot of issues where we have almost about over 80 plus new MPs in Accra as well as Parliament. They need to settle, and they are all processes because some are even they don't know anybody in Accra. I mean, rent, how to accommodate, and some people are even sleeping in their offices.
Wow.
Yes, because they are now going to. So some don't even have vehicles now. So it's a process. It's a formation stage. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt. But as time goes on, I have the belief and strong belief that they will be in the chamber.
When they come in the chamber now, MPP for strategy and the NBC.
No, when you see the numbers, when you see the numbers, what will you do? You will not use quorum to intimidate anybody. As well as in your day there, it will be some minutes. And at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, you can do the JDD and all that. At the end of the day, the work will be done.
What happened? You're marking the posturing towards oral maybe towards oral any said ye aban we dwoma ama adwen no adwoma ama aban no aye say obeti ne ho agu eye corruption so a what does it tell you? I mean, is there a reason to believe say MPP for no person mo boa Emma aban no going to all these suspicion of corruption tentem said be him? Is that the reason Abenyo market will open up and say me wo asase tadam na asase na me want to make and Lisa e kra me no 99 years could that be one of the reasons?
No, what I see is that you see in politics, every leader have its own strategy. Sometimes they in a process they want to please their base. Are you getting a point? That though they are micro minority to they want to flip, so they want to register their presence to satisfy their base. So that's the strategy he's doing. Secondly, there are people among them, former government appointees, who have actually, embezzled money, who have actually loot state property. So we'll go into that, but as a leader, you must show certain signs so that maybe the base will feel that yes, you are on top of issues. So it's political strategy. I don't blame Honorable Ponyumaki. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
We are politicians. Our strategy, it's
a strategy. Why not?
Does it help your case? You're a politician now. Yeah. You are in question. Or does it help your case?
You have to study the terrain and deploy which strategy to use. So that's the strategy they feel is a preferred strategy to use at this moment. So you don't begrudge them. It's a strategy.
No, I won't begrudge them, but yes. Is it helping?
Whether it's helping or not, it's early days yet. We'll wait to see. We'll be any strategy. And then you can't fault them. We also did the same thing to them. So they should continue.
More Phoebe or Moana.
Well,
MPP for you or more Mokoro.
Yes.
Have you found any debt on them?
A lot.
For which
a lot. If you are a health minister, and then COVID came, and then you're supposed to procure vaccine. The vaccine is nowhere to be found, and you pay a lot of money. What do you expect? You have to make sure you refund the money, or the people have refunded the money. Are you getting about? Look at how they use private sector to actually make people in the airport in terms of COVID. A lot is there. Look at these free water, electricity issues. A lot is there. Look at the food that they say they provide. A lot is there. Look at the recent football, All African games. Look at the food contract within a week. Look at the money involved.
No,
a lot is there.
When you say a lot is there, a lot in terms of evidence of misappropriation.
Yes, and then I can tell you the aura is not investigation arm of this government. We have state institutions that will be doing that. Simply what President Mahama set up to do is preparatory. And preparatory is to collect information. All those citizens who have information concerning some rot or wrongdoing, bring the information.
But say you man, special prosecutor.
No, but special prosecutor will collect those information and now going to analyze and now going to investigate, put investigation measures in place, and then as well as do the needful.
And yet the same thing.
It's not the same thing. This one we are collecting. It's the early days here. Before you set up government and then set people in place at the end of the day, some evidence would have been shredded or lost in the system. So as a prudent government, pragmatic government that is decisive, you must put measures in place. And that's one of the measures put in place to actually collect what? Collect information. You are only collecting information for the appropriate authorities to use. So what is the beef over here? So they have over 700 different issues, documents. Have you seen on our Black one? You have a lot of information. And the people who are at the forefront of Ora, they are not men of straw. They know what they are doing. You know Domalovu. You know what he's doing.
Absolutely.
You know former COP.
Yes.
You know what you know. Martin Pebu. They are not people who they don't know left and right. They know what they are doing. You know Raymond
Acha.
They know what they are doing, and then you know. And they are Raymond Acha. You know that he's an independent journalist. Yeah. So they know what they are doing. They are not investigating. They are only collecting what information. Bring them. They are collecting to give the appropriate one.
But said you must see you make you money. Said you more I mean, bedroom Casa City, no. It's as if say as a coup BSC will and a military takeover.
No. Are you using military people? He who alleges must prove.
Yes.
So in the process, we are gathering information to prove to Ghanaians.
So up in your market strategy, you say, well, no more real in tem.
Obuamo
in temity. One no baby, I said me a more capiano.
Yeah, but it's not the aura is not targeting honorable upon you marking. It's not only leader.
I didn't want to.
Oh no, but as a leader, you must protect your people. It's a strategy.
A protection way.
Yeah, it's a strategy. I mean, to please their base, and they don't blame honorable upon you marking. If you are in his shoe, you will do the same thing. As a leader.
No, to the sense what they know for you.
Yes.
What they know for you.
Yes. A leader must die for his people.
So what he did is dying for his people.
Yes, he's doing.
I mean, revealing to the whole Ghana. Say, and Sasi, I can't want me. Obi. Now listen here, 99 years.
Yes.
And you're dying for his own people.
So that is his part. I mean, and he says the land belongs to the people of Winneba. But he have been. I mean, if you buy the land, because he have been actually, you can't do papers with that. So you must go back to government. It's like a government is have what hand in it. So all that he's saying, I mean, that is his position. So they will go into it, the merit. If he's exonerated, nobody will do anything. So me, I don't blame. So if it's a bias here, the evidence must be there to prove. So that's all that the aura is doing, quality information, nothing else. That is it.
And no more buying now. We just said John Mahama buying a year. Now prove another constro at India.
Let me tell you, don't take Ghanaians for granted. One of the reasons why it's not because NDC we are super, we are fine, we are almighty. That is why the people of Ghana have voted for us. Or people of Ghana have voted for us because of aura, number one. Wow. Because you have seen people, they will tell you, they don't even want John Mama to do anything. They should go into aura and retrieve their property as well as monies that were looted to retrieve them for the state. That is all people want.
Wow.
That's all that some people want. They don't care about whether you construct road or anything. That is all that they want. And that is why. And that is one of the key things that the reason why people of Ghana, the good people of Ghana have voted for us. And then His Excellency President Mahama cannot in capital, actually cannot say that he will not do that. This is what the people want. So that is why President Mahama was swift and then kickstart this process.
But the man you say action. I mean,
now already information gathering is there.
Information.
Yes, so now they are now setting up the government.
In the second month.
Yes,
we'll be moving to the third month.
This is the fastest ever in the history of Ghana where government setting up government within 3 weeks. Look at all the cabinet ministers have been. I mean, they are saying, look at the CEOs being appointed, and the government is setting up government. It's a lot of work. It's always a lot of work.
It's intense.
So it's intense, and so you can see that President Mahama and the team are not sleeping. Nobody is sleeping, and then they are on course. And they have mentioned that 120 days is going to set up government, and he's on course. So 120 days is what? How many? It's almost about 3
months.
Yes. So for us, he's on course, and you have seen the approval rate. He's doing well. They should allow President Mahama to do the needful. That is it.
No, I'm only asking you when should we expect real action? I mean,
from
based on evidence here.
Evidence, they have gathered evidence, and then now Attorney General is in place. Special Prosecutor is in place. They have appointed new IOCO boss, and then they appointed new NIB boss. I mean, they are appointing, and those are all what investigative bodies that. So they are actually, and then they are putting some human resources in other places. When it's set, the Attorney General will pick up, and then they take off. And then I'm sure by March they should pick up properly.
So, what level of influence does it have on perception of corruption in a country like Ghana?
Perceptions,
TMO, oral.
Yes.
And it said you will see influence being in your
Ghanaians so far are happy about the way President Mahama is actually presiding over the country for this, let's say, this 1 month. They are happy, and then the data is there to show clearly that they are happy about it. They urge President Mahama to continue to actually do the needful. That's all.
So perception on corruption as me making.
Yes, the power have been given to you. You see, the power resides with the people.
Yes.
And that is where people in power should know that the power resides with the people. You can't take them for granted. And that power has been given to what? Former President Mahama, now the President of the Republic of Ghana, and the Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces. So now he's doing the needful, and the people love President Mahama the way things are going. So, and you know, with the appointment, look at it critically. They are very strategic people, decisive people, and then people who are hungry to work, to reset Ghana. So that is why people are not complaining about the appointment, because there are people who have worked for the victory. There are people who knows what is at stake. There are people who actually go to the field to actually campaign, and they know what is at stake.
Yeah.
So when they put them in place, they make sure we reset Ghana.
Regardless their age.
No,
and inexperience.
Age is a number.
Regardless their age and inexperience. Supposedly inexperienced.
You can see that it's not President Mahama is not putting an inexperienced people in the bed. All the people they have appointed.
No, experience in terms of baby I appointing. Why
let me tell you, it's not about anybody who is a leader, who is capable, a very good leader. It doesn't mean that you should know the area or any. It's about the team behind you to work. That makes you a leader. It's not President Mahama is going to do all the work. It's the team, the people behind him, the people he's putting in their place that will make him to deliver with the mandate to the people of Ghana. So for any leader, is a team that is behind you that will make you whether to be good leader or bad leader is a team behind you. And that is it.
Yeah, the community what's the chat to Honorable Gakwe? The big giant class and what's also.
Oh, I just want to use the opportunity to thank your listeners for listening to me this morning. I just once again to say that sincerely, I apologize on behalf of the Parliament of Ghana as well as being an MP. We apologize profusely because it is not right for members of Parliament to behave this way, and the Ghanaians should forgive us. But in all, they should have their hope in President Mahama. Resetting Ghana agenda is on course. Thank you.
And it's possible.
It is possible to what? To lose election.
And is it possible to reset?
Yeah, it is possible to reset.
Thank you.
And the reset is ongoing, unabated.
Very well. Thank you very much, Honorable Kwame Gakwe, Member of Parliament, Badishia Waketa, Empeswaso. Now, answer my sorry, so no, Medica Catchos, Abrantia Bia, and Nanciano Warrior, or 2-bedroom accommodation, or Miami Abitis in North Kanachi, Dakuman, or Doko, Dansuman, and then Latabi or Koshina Feso, Chado, and Techi, Bush Road. Importemo, Mr. Wada. If you run Monkwana, Abrante is your person one Casanti, we went to a friend number. We need areas here, Mr. Man friend number no. We need dance. We say fear now one. Any danceman, any North Kadachi, any Odoko, any danceman, any Latabio Koshi, any Chado, any Teshi Bush Roader, Mr. Manfred. Why? Omo mo Sam Yamia in Kwana. Yes, any mobile friend. Number near 0244 788 324 0244 788 324. Mon friend, answer na Sadabaya Obenya Daibi, and yet the power pet dine wire. Very, very desperate, Mr. Wada. And to win your way, mammy. I was your honey at the mobile see what power 97.9 and I feel so TVXYZ. Yes, so it's radio. Yes, you're quite no. You heard your back also, I'm not sure if you Severtin Becoso, Senkoso, TVXYZ and the Power FM. Manina, Bidiana Kwame Minkah, Yamiyaduma, Yabesensia. Bye bye.